All right, troops, welcome to the Actually. My name is Owen. So this is going to be probably quite a long show tonight. So if anybody needs to go to the bathroom, go do so now while we bring the team in. And we'll be going over this week's or this year's best and worst action movies, and then some of our most anticipated for next year as well. So without any further ado, I'm just going to bring in the team right now, starting off with Charlie.
Yes, me. I'm good, brother. How you doing?
I'm good. Ready for the holidays.
I'm ready for it to be over. Ready for the holidays to be over.
Oh no, I need the break.
Well, the break is fine, but all the other shit can.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, and after an absence, we have John.
Hey,
welcome back.
Like a bad rash, I just pop back up.
Just keep coming. Next up is J-Man. All right.
Hey.
And finally, we have Stephen. All right.
Hey.
So thank you for joining me tonight, guys. So this should be a fun show discussing some of our best and worst of the year. I mean, I don't normally like doing worst of things because I don't like the negativity, man. But frankly, I feel like it because this year's been a negative year. So fuck it.
Right.
And so yeah. So I got a huge. I got like 2 or 3 pages of notes from like movies that have been out this year. So I'm just like. So I'm just going to start off with what is easily my favorite film of the year, and it's Godzilla -1 for me. That's easily the best film I've seen this year, in any genre. But it's easily the best Godzilla film I think I've ever seen. Yep, and J-Man's got the T-shirt to prove it.
Nice.
So yeah, I think it's definitely way up there. I'd also say Sisu as well. As my 2 favorite films this year were not American, which I think is hilarious.
Right.
But in terms of American ones, I loved Extraction 2. I thought that was really good. I love John Wick Chapter 4. Well, I don't love John Wick Chapter 4. I liked it, and I thought there was a lot to like about it. But there's a lot of things that pissed me off about it too. But that was a lot of fun. One of my other favorites of the year, which I don't know if anybody other than John would have even heard of it, was called Fist of the Condor with Marco Zaror, which I love that movie. I've watched that, I think, 3 or 4 times. I just think it looks beautiful. It's got great fight scenes, and I love Marco Zaror. The only problem is the ending, where like it just doesn't have an ending. It's like, okay, well, I guess he's not going to face off against his brother, so we're going to have a sequel someday, maybe.
Or maybe not.
I hate whenever movies do that, where they expect that there's going to be a sequel. And I'm like, no, yeah, that's fine if you do a sequel, but the film should still stand on its own 2 legs and still work as a standalone movie. And that was the only thing that sort of bothered me about that. I also really enjoyed Renfield with Nicolas Cage. I thought that was a lot of fun. I saw that in the cinema. I mean, there's a scene where he beats a guy to death with his own severed arms. I mean, what's not to like about that? I mean, that's awesome.
Just cinema gold right there.
Yeah, that's cinema right there. Yeah. And then what else? Movie nobody else liked, but I know J-Man did. He'll have my back here. 65 with Adam Driver.
Oh yes,
The dinosaurs. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that one.
That was
that was cool.
That was this year. I forget.
Yeah, it was this year. And you know what? I made a list of everything that I saw from this year, and I saw 65. I was like, I saw that, didn't I? And then I wasn't sure, but I did see it. It is good.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I enjoyed that. Got Creed 3 was this year as well, wasn't it?
I like that too.
Yeah, Creed 3 was good too. I've liked all 3 of the Creed movies, to be honest. Well, they were good. What else? I also really like The Channel.
Yes.
A big fan of William Kaufman. And so The Channel was good, and Shrapnel, which he also did. That was kind of like a good twin movie with Rambo: Last Blood. Kind of similar sort of story that way, where it's just dude versus a whole bunch of cartel peeps. So that's all I'm going to say for now, because I got so many other things to mention, but you're going to be sick of this sight and sound of me, so I'm going to let other people talk for the time being. So John, as it's been a while, so give us like top 5 movies you've seen this year.
Top 5. So so like Extraction 2, definitely. I mean, like a lot of people complained to me like it was a lot like the first one, like in terms of the action. I was like, nah, I didn't agree with that. And like I loved the middle. The only part I didn't like was like Daniel Bernhardt was in it, and he should have got like a longer fight scene with Chris Hemsworth. It's like, oh, here it comes, and I was just like, you blink and you're missing. It's like,
yeah, you don't waste the Bernhardt.
No,
never.
And I interviewed him for it too, and we were talking about it, and he was like, he's like, write your congressman, you know? It's like, what else is he going to say about it?
Yeah, that's the thing, yeah.
So I think I love John Wick more than you did, Owen. I mean,
Oh no, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah.
But like probably the thing that bothered me the most about it was like it's like I complain when action scenes are too short. I thought like I felt like Chad Stahelski was like, let me make a 30-minute action scene, and by the time it's over, you're like comatose. It's just like holy cow, this has been going on for a long time. It's like so that was my biggest thing. And then I was a big fan of like you were saying the B movies, like Fist of the Condor, The Channel, Shrapnel. I even like The Flood, the alligator movie that
that was good too.
Brandon Slagle did, Casper, and Louis Mandylor. Let me tell you, that guy's like all of a sudden has become like big time B movie action star. And I don't want to say B movie like in a negative way, but like he's
that's
like,
the most positive thing you can say.
Yeah, he's got a new one coming out, that Hellhound or something.
Yeah, Hellhound.
I saw the trailer for that. I was like, that looks good. So yeah, so I thoroughly enjoyed that one too. So I was like more of a fan, and I actually just got out to see Godzilla -1 yesterday. So I was late to the party because it's been hectic, as a lot of you guys know. But oh my god, I was just like. I didn't like the movie ended, and I like just sat there in my seat. I was just like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "I
want to watch it again."
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and I heard a lot of people complaining like how he wasn't on screen a lot, and I'm like,
you haven't seen the older Godzilla films?
Yeah, exactly. What I
loved
about it is like how I remember growing up and like wanting like get the humans off the screen. I don't care about the humans. It's like fuck the humans. It's like get Godzilla here. You wanted the humans on the screen. It's like you were immersed in their story, and then like when he came on, it just like totally like was a plus. And Godzilla was badass, and I'm just like, and usually like you're cheering for Godzilla. This one you were just like, wow, he's a
villain.
Oh my god, and his look, he was like jagged and rigid and just
fierce.
Best looking Godzilla, yeah. So yeah, that was my favorite too. I mean, so it'd probably be Godzilla -1, John Wick, Extraction 2, and I'd have to go like with The Channel and God, what would be number 5? Probably Fist of the Condor, maybe, because I'm a martial arts fan, so I'll stick that one in there too.
Yeah, I love that one. Yeah, actually, there's some good comments here. I'm really enjoying Reacher season 2.
I just started watching it.
Is starting off hot, man.
Yeah,
I'm sold already. I made Jackie rewatch the first season before it started because I've already watched it like 3 times.
Yeah,
this first 3 episodes, I'm in.
Yeah, the fact I missed a chance though when it should be called Reacher Round 2. Disappointed they didn't do that, but although a movie probably would suck if they tried to adapt it, but Alan Ritchson should play He-Man. I mean, anytime I see
I had that conversation today. Someone asked me, "Is like, who would you want to be He-Man?" I said, honestly, it's Alan Richardson.
Yeah, that guy is He-Man.
He wants to be Batman. He wants to be Batman.
Yeah, Batman's done to death. Doing He-Man.
It needs to be done, and unless you're going to do like a one-off, like Frank Miller style, where he was like bulked out, huge, and not any Bruce Wayne scenes, just let him be Batman the whole movie, maybe. But I'm not down for him being Batman, honestly.
Yeah, me neither.
Agreed. Yeah, it
should have been shorter. Yeah.
That was the same thing which I found with Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, which is already a stupidly long title. But like every scene in that movie went on longer than it needed to. When I was watching it, I was like, yeah, I enjoyed it. The action scenes were, of course, stupendous because Tom Cruise doing all crazy shit. But the sheer length of the movie has just put me off. It's like nearly 3 hours. And like the first 2 were like, just around 2 hours. And around about the 2 hour mark is fine for a movie like that. It doesn't really need to be any longer than that. And there's a scene when they're in like a nightclub or something and they're talking and the scene just seems to go on and on and on. I'm like, can you shut the fuck up and like do some action now? Or I don't think it just kept going on. But Alex says Plane, Gerard Butler, that was good. Plane and Mission Kandahar. Yeah, it's called Mission Kandahar in Canada for some reason, but that was really good.
Kandahar was more of a thriller though with action in it. Yeah. But like that ending, it was awesome.
Yeah, the Covenant, that was a big one too.
Shoot, can I change my numbers? I forgot about the Covenant. Damn it.
Equalizer 3, that's way up there too. I mean, he's definitely one of my favorite serial killers, Robert.
Serial killer.
He's basically a serial killer.
Pretty much is. You're rooting for the killer in the entire series.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is that he doesn't struggle enough in this one. He's kind of like the invincible badass, and I love the invincible badass trope, but whenever you just know he's not going to get a scratch against anybody, it just kind of loses the threat or the tension there. But you do just kind of enjoy the ride anyway. But it's just a minor quibble. Severio, how are you? Genre, my favorite action. I'm a sucker for the runner. Yeah. Yeah, I think Extraction 2 is probably my favorite of the American movies. I thought that was good. Due Justice with Kill and Lots was okay, not great, kind of a bummer ending. Yeah, it was all right. Anyway, Steve, what's your top 5 of the year if you have them?
I mean, for me, the genre on that didn't disappoint me this year pretty much was the horror genre of anything. There was quite a few pretty good horror movies that came out this year that shocked me that they were actually really good. I'll give it like Evil Dead Rise. I thought that would be a like mediocre slasher, and I saw it and I'm like, hey, this is actually pretty good. But my 5, I'm gonna give 5. Number 5 is Megan. I really enjoyed this movie. The doll was hilarious. I could not stop laughing at the doll. And she was pretty cool, and it was just pretty weird movie, and I actually really enjoyed it. I liked the guy's first movie, which was Housebound, which was a New Zealand movie, which was pretty cool.
That's good.
But I really like Megan. I don't know. I found the doll interesting, and the story is a little bit, I guess generic or whatnot, but I didn't care. It just worked for me. Then Saw X. Saw X. Shockingly good movie. Again, I thought like, oh yeah, traps and all that, and then it delved into Jigsaw and everything. I thought that was really cool. I'm glad they actually showed them being jerks and assholes before they get killed, because it's always like, Jigsaw's voice, like, you're a drug dealer, you're a rapist, but you never see it. So you're like, it's just you saying it. How do I know? Right. It's the, it's the imperfect author, or the unreliable author that they talk about in literature. But this one actually showed, these were all scumbags and they deserve to be tortured to death. So I really like that. Now to get back to the action genre, John Wick 4 was awesome. It's felt so much like a video game at times. I gotta tell you, with the dragon breath going through the rooms with the dragon's breath, I literally thought I was watching like a live action version of Smash TV.
So about Smash TV, I remember that.
Yeah, I just thought it was hilarious, man. Falling down the stairs 500 times, I don't know. That's very, very polarizing.
Oh yeah, I hated it.
Yeah, if you hate it, you don't understand what's going on in that scene.
There you go.
It's a masterpiece. It's literally a masterpiece.
Can we make J-Man's window smaller now? Is
that
Wait, I got put on the bottom. Wait,
Charlie got put. Well, how did that happen?
That's bullshit. There we go.
So John Wick 4, that movie was the second best shot movie I saw this year. The second best, I would say. Like, every scene I was staring at was just gorgeous. And I'm like, where the hell did they find this set? Or where the hell this can't all be CGI, right? And then Sisu, which I'm proud of, because I basically finding that movie and then telling her, hey, Sisu guys, and it's like, it's from the guy who did Big Game, and it's so it revives the one-man army trope so well. Very, very, satisfying, and it's such simple storytelling yet effective. Like I said, the villains show up on screen. They don't have to say any words. By what they're wearing, they're immediately the villains, because they're wearing the Nazi uniform. Well, that's it. You're a villain. I don't need to know anything else. I don't need to know you stole this guy's gold or anything. I already expect you to do horrible things and for horrible things to be done to you. So Sisu, definitely. And then my number one movie was Oppenheimer. Unapologetically, I thought that movie was shot great. I was enthralled with it pretty much from beginning to end. It was a 3-hour movie that didn't feel like a 3-hour movie to me. And basically reminded everyone that the auteur director is not dead. They just aren't making as many movies as the mass consumption directors who are just shoving movies down our throat every 5 minutes. And that's it.
Fair enough. One movie I forgot, which nobody will have seen, it was Rebel Moon, the Zack Snyder one. I saw that the other night.
You got to see that earlier.
It was on, and we got to remember, guys, the TIFF Lightbox shows all these movies like before they're properly released.
Yeah,
got to remember that in the future for like Netflix movies and things. So, so this was in 70mm. Was it a great movie? No. But were we expecting it to be? No, exactly. No. Who'd have thunk it? But it had some decent action scenes in it, and I think J-Man, you're not going to hate it like you do his other films, because he's not ruining any. He's not ruining any existing characters. This is his own characters, and there's things like that. And like, okay, these are his characters and whatever else. The only problem is, apart from the two main characters, Sofia Boutella and the villain, you're not really going to remember anybody else because there's almost too many characters in it. And it has, of course, the overuse of slow motion. Which I think, like, slow motion is fine whenever it's used for dramatic effect or whatever, but whenever you use it all the time just because you like pressing the slow motion button, then it kind of loses any effect. You're just like, oh, that's cool. See, J-Man's a slow motion.
It's just his internet tonight. That's all.
Right, yeah. So. He's frozen. I know. Well, J-Man, once you stop freezing, what's your top 5?
Well, I was trying to weed out that stuff that wasn't action. But if we're just going in general, obviously Godzilla -1 is like literally obviously the best. And I have seen all the Godzilla movies. I've seen every Godzilla movie minimum 5 or 6 times each, like easy, if not more. I don't agree that the human stories were bad. I liked a lot of the human stories in a lot of the Godzilla movies. Was this the best human story? It was the most emotionally invested human story that I was for me in terms of me really caring about what happened. But there's a lot of good stories in a lot of other Godzilla movies too. So I don't want it to be known as, oh yeah, this is obviously the best. It is maybe the best for a personal connection to the story, but there was a lot of good stories in a lot of Godzilla movies. Oppenheimer, yeah, that's number 2 for me. Easy. That movie was friggin' awesome. Yeah. For action movies, I liked Pathan, which is the Bollywood movie. The action is insane. It's insane. Like there's guys with jetpacks flying around shooting. I'm like, this is insane. Saw X for sure. That's up there. Sisu for sure is up there. Creed 3 is up there. I like John Wick 4 also. I like John Wick 4. I know I was when we had our stream, I was the naysayer, which I, somewhat am sometimes, but I still like John Wick 4. My problem is the same with part 3, with somewhat of part 2. They should be 2 hours. John Wick is about momentum and action and speed. And once it gets too long, you're tired out, but you're also tired out because you've seen John Wick. There's only so many ways he can break an arm or flip a guy. And you got to the point where you're tired of seeing him do it. And that's not good for John Wick. You should always be excited to see the next thing, which is why I know the staircase scene went on long, but the staircase scene only went on long because everything else went on long that was generic. The top view action scene was bloody 10 out of 10. Never seen that before. The staircase scene, we've seen staircase scenes, but never that intense and that specific with exactly how each guy's coming down and then to go through it again and again. If you just had those 2 scenes and the car flying around, and those were the only 3 action scenes, and maybe something a little bit in the beginning of the nightclub or whatever, and that's it, you'd appreciate those more. And the staircase scene became a joke because everything else was already so long, and you're like, ooh, is this movie coming to an end? Like you feel that it's coming to an end.
I need to pee, hurry up and end.
Yeah, I really don't need to see him go up the stairs another time when I've already seen it. But if that was the big master set piece, and it was surrounded by the top view part and the car flipping around and shooting guys, then it'd be like, wow, that was insane. How many times is he gonna go up those stairs? Holy shit, right? But instead it turned it into a bit of a snore. But I still liked it. But yeah, I mean, nothing's beaten Godzilla, but I'm a Godzilla super fan. So it's, I knew when Godzilla -1 came out, I was like, well, this is gonna be my favorite movie of the year. This is just it's even if it was the worst movie ever, I'd still make this is the best. This is the best movie.
I think whenever people are talking about the human characters, they're referring more to the MonsterVerse movies, the American ones, which is true because the American the characters in those movies are pretty terrible.
Forgettable.
You don't care about any of them. But I see, Alex there said Monarch Legacy of Monsters. Yeah, that's kind of a whole load of nothing. I like it has moments in it, but once again, I don't care about the human characters. I'm like, why are they all so fucking annoying?
Yeah, well, Kurt Russell and Wyatt Russell are awesome.
Yeah,
So that's
they
good enough
obviously
for me.
steal the show. Yeah, but the other characters, I'm just like, all they do is whine all the time.
Mhm.
I
Well,
can't
the
really
main
be
girl
bothered.
is somewhat attractive, so
She is, so she gets up.
that I was like, ooh, this is a great show. I think I'm gonna be watching every episode of this one.
Wrath of Becky, yeah, that wasn't bad. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta see that. See, I never saw Extraction 2. There's a lot I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these, like Equalizer 3, I do want to watch. Extraction, I haven't seen either Extraction films. There's a lot of great films that people have been
Equalizer
mentioning,
movies
I
are
just haven't
quality.
seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, I have to put a little asterisk. Like if we're saying action only,
Yeah.
you got to put a big asterisk next to my name. This is not the J. That's why I put myself to the bottom. You guys are and I'm Steve's in the same boat as me. We're kind of like, you guys are the top guys. So I bow to your knowledge on this.
Actionness.
Like we're the action elite. You're the action average.
I mean, but I'm the everything else.
Well, my problem wasn't that I didn't see enough action movies; it's I didn't see enough good action movies.
Well, yeah.
Oh, how you like them apples? Yeah, if this top row would produce anything of quality, maybe I would actually go into these movies.
We just
Waiting.
don't have the time.
Hashtag waiting for a good film, waiting for good action. Give me back my action.
Yeah, give me
movie.
back my action movie.
I have
Yeah,
a
Continental
whole
was
show
okay.
about this.
The
The Continental-
Sorry, you don't have to advertise. We do it for you.
I appreciate it, boys.
I actually just saw the Continental this week. I hadn't watched it yet.
Yeah,
It was all right.
Yeah, the ending was cool. I mean,
yeah,
like
the
it's like they
action was
saved all
alright.
their money for the last episode.
Yeah, yeah. it was
So
kinda
why didn't
what
they
I waited
make? Can I throw this out? I didn't watch it because I'm not going to. Can they, instead of, I don't know how many episodes it was, can they
Three.
cut it in half and make 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So could
they're
they
like an hour and a half each.
so could they have made it 2-part miniseries?
Yes.
Or like,
Yeah.
you see,
Yeah,
this
because-
happens all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all dragged out like everything is these days, and
Like the second episode, which is like, can we get to the ending now?
yeah, that was just plain boring.
Mm.
Frankly, my idea for the series was better. Whatever I told them, and this is my series, right? I even have audio recordings of me talking to Keanu Reeves and the directors, suggesting the idea for the Continental. Where's my paycheck? Anyway, nothing I'm bitter about it, but because I was like, why don't you do a TV show called The Continental and do a spin-off? And you do. I didn't say the prequel, though. My idea was to have it focusing on the other hitmen, like
Right.
from the movies or whatever, and you could have their backstories, like Willem Dafoe and whoever else, and what was it they did, and then sort of give them more to do, which frankly was a better idea than what we got in the show, but whatever.
And
Well,
meanwhile,
what is the show though?
The show was a prequel about how Winston comes to own the Continental.
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
like that at all.
Yeah,
Mel
like he gives a
Gibson's
shit.
the owner of the New York Continental,
Yeah.
and he kind of like
Yeah.
overthrows.
Mel Gibson's awesome in it, though. He's fucking
He's
terrifying.
awesome. Yeah,
He's best ever villain. Yeah.
When
I
he
think
beat-
I was gonna say I think your idea, Owen, is like 1,000 times better because it's just every episode starts at the Continental where a one hitman comes, gets a room or something, and then he leaves the Continental. We
His
follow
mission.
what he does, and it's
Yeah.
one mission, and then that's it.
That's a good. Yeah.
I mean, there's
I'd
so
find
many.
that.
Like, and then you could do, and then what you could do is you get guest directors,
Mhm.
right? Who want to throw a character on there. Maybe someone who can't direct a full John Wick film but wants to do something similar. And imagine an episode where nobody walks in at one point, like it was maybe one like a mission he did or something. That would be a very cool little thing, right? But
Crowd pleaser.
oh well, we got the how did Winston own the Continental? Oh, I know. Who gives a shit? How's that?
Yeah,
sound?
who fucking cares?
Who cares?
How about that?
Like-
yeah. And also, why is he American and Winston's English and like the other movies? It's like Ian McShane's English.
That would
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the actor they got didn't really like
Look or sound anything like him. Had
I
no
was like,
manners.
it was
They gave him a
hard to
cravat.
establish him. The guy that they got to play, what's his name? His sidekick.
Yeah,
I can't think of
he
his
was
name.
good. Yeah,
But he was
Sharon.
more like, yes, thank you, Sharon. Yeah, he reminded me of, the late great what's his name? I'm forgetting everybody's names right now, but you know who I'm talking about.
No.
Rest in peace. But yeah, he reminded me of him more than the Winston character did,
Right.
and the ending was just worth it. Like when the final assault on the Continental was just like badass.
So, Mr. Charlie.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
My issue is I'm in the same boat with J-Man and them. Is like I haven't watched a ton of the newer ones.
Lance Reddick, thank you.
That's kind of the downside of running a podcast about old movies is I end up watching those all the time.
You see, I do too. That's the problem because they're better.
That's what I've been doing.
Exactly. They're better. And a lot of times I'll wait till you guys see it. Like, you know, I'm a huge Mission Impossible fan. And I was looking forward to going and seeing it. And then you guys were like, no, and it's a part 1. And it immediately just killed my drive to want to go see it. Same with Expendables 4. Like, I was one of the ones that was like, we all need to go support this so we get more movies. And I didn't go opening night. And it was like the next day or two, everyone's like, the hell did we see? And I was like, fuck, man, I don't even want to go waste the time at a theater.
Correct. There you go.
And that sucks too, is right there. I wanted to go see Die Hard. Closest one to me was
I wasn't out here. Yeah.
It was 2.5 hours away from me to go see. So I was like, I'm not driving that far for one night. But my top 5, number 1 is Sisu. Like, that movie came out of nowhere. I had no expectations at all for that movie, and it exceeded my expectations when I watched it. I can watch it over and over again. After that is, I didn't watch the Extraction movies till this year. I watched the first one right before I watched the second one, and really felt bad that I waited that long on the first one.
They're really good. Yeah.
But damn it, that second one is amazing. The whole train sequence is worth it. Like, period. Watch the train sequence if you just don't even like the whole rest of the storyline. That would be my number 2, and my 3 and 4 are interchangeable, and it's John Wick and Silent Night. Between those two,
Silent Night.
Yeah, that we just watched and talked about.
Yeah.
I say
I'm trying to forget.
I just watched that too. I was making a party on that one too. I'm like,
J-Man, it's Christmas. I
love Silent Night. I didn't do a review for it, but I love Silent Night.
I think it's for real action fans. I think that's unlike the action average underneath.
I think it's for deluded action fans who are like, "Oh, this is so good." It's like, no, it's fine. It's fine. You watch it.
Oh, did you hate it, J-Man? I didn't see.
No, I gave it a 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, compared to some of the shit we've gotten, it was definitely.
The simple fact of the matter is, I didn't even remember it in this list. So
yeah, that's kind of damning right there. But I've been sitting here going, no one has said Silent Night. I'm gonna have to be the one that says it.
Well, a lot of people are disappointed because it was balletic gun fu, like the double guns and sliding down banisters.
The trailer fucked it up. I watched the trailer again the other day, and I'm like, this just sells the movie wrong. But I enjoy it. And I gotta say, my 5th, and it was already in the thing, is I consider Reacher right now. That to me, it's well done. It's like a good espionage act with action mixed into it. It's what Mission Impossible kind of should be. It's what a lot of these movies strive for. And Alan Richardson is a fucking action star, dude. He's
a born action star.
My God, that dude. I saw some earlier stuff of him. I totally forgot he was Aquaman in Smallville.
Yes.
He's my Aquaman.
He's my Aquaman too, but I totally forgot.
You had to get your start somewhere,
Because he's like, I mean, he was kind of cut for that, but he was tiny when you see the early stuff of him going, holy shit, bro. But no,
his series got canceled. They were supposed to do an Aquaman series.
Yeah. They did a whole pilot. I actually had the pilot on DVD for a while because I had I was huge in Smallville.
Me too.
But did nothing happen. So I'm going to count that as because I didn't see Mission Impossible. I didn't see Expendables. I didn't see a lot of the newer ones because I just got to this point of I'll just wait for streaming or I'll wait till I buy it. And that's been 2023 mostly for me. Horror's been okay. I'll agree with Steven on Evil Dead Rise. Fucking phenomenal, man. I loved it. I still say I had the best theater experience with that because I went to an older theater and their blacks were a little grainy. It was just not high def. And damn it, that movie needed to be seen like that. It felt like watching the original Evil Dead on just this back alley theater that you go see. You paid $1 and went and watched it. But yeah, I mean, it's just not been a phenomenal year for movies to be 100%. I mean, the Godzilla, I haven't watched it yet. I want to. Maybe I'll get time. If not, I'm looking forward to it. But I'll even be like, it's my honorary, probably best movie of the year, just from what I've heard. I had know people that have watched it 4 or 5 times already. That's insane. A lot of friends that don't go to theaters are like, I watched it 3 times. I'm like, that says a lot. I can't even carve out time right now to go watch a movie. But I'm dying to see it. And everyone's telling me I need to see it in theater and, not wait for streaming. And that's just kind of, I was like, fuck, I'm probably just going to end up having to wait for streaming on it.
Yeah, well. All right. So that's everyone giving their top 5s then, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can go on to like the other movies of the year. So
can we give our lowest 25? I've got
lowest 25. Everything under mine.
Everything I didn't mention.
That's it right there.
I think for me, I think actually the worst film I saw this year was Blue Beetle.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That's a contender.
That's on my list.
Yeah, it's that because I watched it the first time and I was like, yeah, that wasn't great. And I bought it because I buy everything DC. I was like, okay, and I watched and I turned it off after 20 minutes. And I was like, I'm sorry, his family is annoying as fuck in this movie, and I can't take it. So I turned it off, and I haven't any desire to watch it again. Also, hate to say it, Expendables 4 was the biggest disappointment of the year. That should have been a slam dunk. Tony Jaa, Iko Uwais, but then you wasted fucking Megan Fox and 50 Cent and whatever else. And they did the best they could with what they could, but they're not action stars. Like, where's Dudikoff? Where's Bernhardt? Where's all these other people who should have been in this franchise? Carl Weathers, actual people who were action stars. That's the whole point in this franchise, is to relive the glory days of golden age action movies. Like, give me back my action movies. That's the whole point.
Well, the whole they're kicking nuts with Expendables 4 was I was been looking forward to that Steelbook. And it was all 4 movies on 4K, $70 fucking dollars. I was like, no, not when I can go buy all the other 3 for like $5-6.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're telling me now I got to pay over 50 some fucking dollars for Expendables 4, which I know is the worst out of all of them. I love the art. I love the artwork on that Steelbook. My God, it's gorgeous.
I got it for free from Lionsgate.
I saw your I was like, son of a bitch. Oh, but it was $70. And I was like, I'm not going to put that kind of money into something I know sucks just to watch the first 2, make it through the 3rd one once in a blue moon, and probably never watch the 4th one,
Yeah, I mean, I watched the 4th one twice. No, I watched it once in the theater, and then once at home, I watched the 4K of it, and I was like, let's see what it's like. And I was like, nah, this is pants. I was like, there was very little I enjoyed about it. I mean, I love seeing Tony Jaa and Iko Uwais because those are my boys, and I love seeing them. And Statham was great as the lead. I had no problem with that. But like, whenever you only have Barney in it for literally 5 or 10 minutes of the whole movie, there's no Arnie, there's no Terry Crews, there's no Wesley Snipes. Half the crew aren't there. You're like, why are you even bothering? Every part of it felt like a straight to DVD movie in the worst possible way. Like, you get good straight to DVD like William Kaufman movies. They should have got William Kaufman to direct it, and then it would have been good because he does practical action rather than CG. Because everything just looked like it was filmed on a set for the most part, with the awful visual effects and everything. So, yeah, was not a fan of that. What else?
Well, there's Indiana Jones 5 and the ruination of all your hopes and dreams of having a somewhat half decent, tolerable Indiana Jones movie. No, let's destroy the legacy of this character. Let's put the last nail in that coffin, man. Get that
I haven't even bothered with it. It's on Disney right now, and I still haven't even bothered to watch it.
You're not missing much, to be honest. I mean, I've watched it like twice. Yeah.
I mean, there's no like, even the people that were defending it aren't like going it. They're not selling it like Godzilla. They're just like, oh, it was good. Why are you bitching about it? No, it was really good.
That's good? Meaningless.
Exactly.
Yeah. It was meaningless.
You're giving me nothing to make me go, oh shit, really? I want to go see that now. Godzilla, I can get the excitement from people. Indiana Jones is just kind of like, are you arguing with people just to fucking argue? Is what it sounds.
I think most people do that. Yeah.
Yeah. They for it too. Like, I don't understand why they're so pumped up. It's like, what? Tell me one awesome thing that happened where you're like,
one standout moment where moment. Yeah.
Right, just one. Because I can name 400 in Raiders and 400 in Temple of Doom and probably 200 in Last Crusade and maybe 25 in Crystal Skull.
Maybe 10. Maybe 10. Yeah.
I'm doing a comparative ratio.
I got where you're doing, but you were still way overselling Crystal Skull though.
Maybe 2.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, the kick in the nutsack.
yeah, kicking the nutsack. Yeah, and then
Yeah,
Oh,
I could not. Yeah,
Woo.
I'll rewatch some from October this year.
That doesn't say
TCM.
much, admittedly.
oh, I saw the Marvels with my daughter. Oh my god,
I haven't
was
seen
like,
it.
that was like nails on a chalkboard. I was just like, what happened to the MCU? It's like imploding. They don't know what the hell they're doing anymore. It's just like,
Wow.
no.
I am
No.
not
And
excited.
actually, the Marvels didn't even make my bottom 5, believe it, because there's
Ugh.
actually a couple more comic book movies that are worse than that, in my opinion.
No, I like low key liked Marvels. Like I'm gonna buy it and watch it again because there's no plot
The
and
singing?
it's just
Oh
nonsense.
my god!
So
the
when there's
Yeah, the
when,
singing thing. I was like,
Oh.
oh no.
well,
my daughter and I looked at each other. We were just like, "What the f is?"
well, they
going on
thought
right
they thought it would be cute, but it didn't. Turn out to be
It's
cute.
not.
It
Cute.
wasn't cute.
You look at all these people all
Listen,
nervous over this.
It was
Like,
funny. I mean, we
like,
laughed. I mean,
it's
there's a lot of
fine.
funny moments in it. And Samuel
Listen.
Jackson, when he's on screen, you're just like, you know,
Right.
you just want to say motherfucker though. But
nobody's lifelong favorite characters were ruined in the Marvels. It's
No.
goofy and it's silliness, and no one cares about Captain Marvel anyways. So it doesn't matter if the movie's bad.
Fair.
This isn't Indiana Jones that has a legacy of
Yeah.
amazing films that people love, that people have died for, they've gotten tattoos, they've gone into archaeology because of it. Then they ruin that. Marvels, it's like, okay, it's shitty. That's it. Like Expendables 4 is, I would say Expendables 4 is 1,000 times worse than Marvels because Expendables 4 should not be bad. You
No.
have everything in
It's a
place.
slam dunk. Yeah.
This is a slam dunk win. So they dropped the ball from the highest of heights. Captain Marvel dropped the ball from what, like 2 feet high? Like you're like, okay.
That's
He
a
didn't
fair
have
assessment.
high hopes for the Marvel.
Like, yeah, nobody was saying the Marvels are going to be the best movie. I can't wait. And they're like, everyone knew it was going to be, this will be cheesy and stupid and no one's
There's
going
all
to
these
care.
people who wanted it to fail anyway. There's like all these YouTubers and whatever
why?
who just hated the movie before it even came out. And I was like, I was actually looking forward to seeing it. Then I got COVID and I had to miss the screening, so I haven't seen it. But I am going to check it out. I mean,
It was less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
Right. It was short. And
That's a bonus.
I legitimately do like Ms. Marvel. She's my wallpaper on my computer here.
Listen.
I legitimately like her. She's very funny to me.
Brie Larson might be a bitch in real life, but she's fine to look at. That's for
The
sure.
hell, that's for sure. Right.
When
That
she
is
was
for-
wearing her white t-shirts, and I was just like, "Yep."
Right.
I'm like, I'm single now, so like I can fucking say it. She like take that shirt off.
No, that was, and they wore that a few times, right? So like,
Yes, she did.
No,
like,
no, I wanna
it's
see
like
it.
the
No, I wanna
filmmakers
see
did. Like, Brie, put the top on one more time because we need tickets sold for this.
we need
Yeah.
a few more people.
It worked
Nice.
for Kong Skull Island, so why
It
not
did.
work for
I like
Marvel?
that. Yeah, I like that movie. There's a lot of stinkers, man. Blue
Yeah.
Beetle is a stinky poo
God,
fest.
Yeah.
I didn't even
Um,
finish it. I fell asleep.
I haven't
but
even
was like,
watched
I never went back to
garbage
it.
movie.
Skip
Never
it.
went back to it.
I think it's on Max right now, and I haven't bothered to watch
Skip
it. Like,
it.
I pay for streaming services, and I'm still skipping your fucking movies, people. Like, come on, think
Yeah.
about this. Like, technically it's free, and I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I
Uh,
turned off after 22 minutes? My wife and I turned it off. TMNT Mutant Mayhem.
Oh, I didn't
even-
finish
I-
that either.
I saw the
couldn't handle
trailers
the
and that was
animation.
sufficient.
Okay, well, the animation is poop. We know
Yeah.
that. So it starts out, and there's no Hamato Yoshi, there's no Oroku Saki, there's no
Yeah.
Foot Clan, there's no Japan.
Yeah.
They're just regular. He's just a regular rat that got mutated, and they learn by watching Shaw Brothers movies. And they actually show clips of actual real Shaw Brothers movies, like the not animated style, like actual Shaw Brothers.
Mm.
And then I said to my wife and I look at each other, we're like, "That's Chinese.
Right.
They're doing kung fu." Hold on, what's the title of this
aren't
movie again?
ninjas Japanese.
Ninja.
Yeah.
That's Japanese.
Yeah.
Like I was stunned.
Wow.
Like no. Like I mean, in this day and age, that why was Seth Rogen not torn to shreds? You don't know. I'm pretty sure that
And that's
Japanese
that
people and
fear.
Chinese people don't think they're the same. It's
No,
Seth
but
Rogen's.
they went after
production.
they went after some box office numbers there, Jay, man. That's
Mhm.
exactly what they did right there.
Right.
You know,
It-
one's
it's
bigger
sp-
than the other one as far as money, you know.
Like-
So
Yeah, they're not ninjas. It's like and they're watching movies and they're not using nunchucks or sides or anything in the movies they're watching. Like, well, how did they learn how to use it? I'm like, I'm done with this movie. There's no Japanese. The whole point is that the whole cool part of it is that they're ninjas. Now they're just green things green monsters. I'm like, yeah, but if you're not a ninja, the whole cool thing was having a ninja mutant. That was the cool part. That nobody cares about teenagers, right? Nobody cares about turtles. It's ninja mutants that was the seller.
Yeah, who wants to listen to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles bitch because they can't date women? It's like
what?
No. Yeah, he's like, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I had no desire to watch it, and I'm never going to anyway. So.
Awful movie.
The animation,
Unfortunately, I bought it.
So I was like, yeah, no, I'm not.
Let's put it this way: even for the demographic, my kids had zero interest in wanting to watch it. That's why I haven't seen it yet. Like I should be the one wanting to see it, and I went. I'm not in a hurry, but my youngest was huge into Ninja Turtles. Loved that stuff. We watched the live action ones. He has all the the Nickelodeon ones. He watches them.
That was great series.
Yeah, this movie come out, and he's like, I'm not worried about it. I was like, you want the DVD? It came out? No. I don't really want it.
Seth Rogen. That's all I need.
Seth Rogen,
that's actually what turned me off from it, that I didn't want to go to the theaters for it. I can't stand that dude.
No,
I'm so over Seth Rogen. I don't get the love for him. I don't get his comedy.
No, it's funny because he's a stoner. That's great.
His old shit is funny. I do like the older stuff when he first started coming out, like his rolling super bad. I laugh at Pineapple Express, shit like that. But anything he's done like in the last 5 years or so, I'm done with him, man. I can't stand him.
Yeah.
He ruined Green Hornet, so I was like, yeah, I'm done with this guy.
Yeah, I was not very happy with that.
Why did they keep trying to make everything that was like a cool TV show back in the day into like this weird ass comedy? Like they did it with Starsky and Hutch. They did it with
worst
Green Hornet.
All time.
Exactly. They did it with the Dukes of Hazzard.
Worst worst movie of all time.
Let's make
the sequel, third worst movie. Sorry.
Ridiculous, comedy, and just use these IPs because we got them. Why not? Like this sucks.
Just crap.
Yeah,
I didn't mind D&D.
It was okay. To me, it was just there was too much comedy in it.
Yeah, too goofy.
A bit too goofy. But I mean, I did enjoy it. Like the fat dragon, I thought was hilarious. I'm sorry, fat jokes will always be funny. But it was okay. I've seen worse.
It was okay.
Yeah, The Killer. I haven't actually watched The Killer yet. I just haven't had time. The David Fincher one on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I did watch it.
I forgot about that.
I watched it. I liked it. It's like a 7 or it's a 7. It's a 7 out of 10. So that's pretty good. I liked it. I watched. I thought it looked really nice. I think it just kind of fell apart at the very end a little bit, and I felt that they were trying to give you this sort of I don't know, metaphor or something. I'm like, no. You have not succeeded in this endeavor here, but it's fine. I like that Fassbender guy. I think he's creator was poop. It's like all the humans 5 seconds into it, they're like, the AI turned. I'm just gonna spoil this. The AI turned on humanity and blew up thing. I'm like, I bet you it was really the humans. And then it's like, twist, it was the humans. Like, I called that within 5 minutes. You can ask my wife. And then we're watching it. They're looking for this secret person. I'm like, I bet you it's this girl. Yep, it's her. Oh my God.
The effect, what I liked about it, I thought the visuals were amazing in it. I like that.
Visuals?
Those are good. I liked the girl in it as well. I thought she was good and the action was okay. But as a movie, I have never given it a single thought since watching it. Which is why it's not on my worst of or best of list or anything. It's just in the middle.
It's below. Marvel's is way better. So there you go. That's a poop on that one.
Wow.
They literally So remember how Turtles went for the Bucks? This movie went for a big time. Everybody who's not from a certain section of the world is utterly detestable and awful, and everyone from another section of the world where they want to get the money is absolutely spotless, perfect, awesome. The AI people are so great. AI is so great. They were just now shooting the shit out of everybody and killing everybody, but they're like, we do not harm humans. You did 5 minutes ago. I just watched you. It's like, no. It's so awful. It looks, it's really disappointing because it looks amazing. It has a good RPG setting. Like you could easily use that. The idea is cool. How AI is all mixed in. The vehicles are friggin' awesome. Unfortunately, the story and characters are poop.
Yeah.
Hey, Skeptic, what's going on, buddy? Haven't seen
that. Hey, Skeptic.
Yeah, I know. Well, Skeptic, you're not around, man. Oh no. Yeah, we kicked Steve out of the streams.
You did. I was too boring.
He was too bored. Look at he's wearing look, we're all wearing something. You came in like you're just
Yeah.
coming out of the office or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to steal your lunch money now, Steve.
Yeah, I know. Stuff me into the locker, man.
No, nobody buys lunch anymore.
You guys are
Owen.
the worst movies this year, though.
Sorry?
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantum Mania.
Oh, that was this year. Oh, that fucking.
That was awful.
Peeing on this panel's underwear. And Spider-Man Into the Boredomverse.
Yes, I agree. That was
Garbage.
a poop
Yeah,
movie.
that was.
I
a
haven't
letdown.
watched it.
Garbage.
It's 1 hour of no story. I can't believe I was timed that. I timed it on that one.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's been 1 hour, nothing's happened. I can't believe it. Because the
I
first one,
watched. Yeah, I watched the clip about the Lego because they had the kid that was
Yeah.
redoing them on YouTube, and they brought him on to do it. I watched that, and I was like, "That's actually pretty cool." Rest of the movie, I have no interest in watching. Like,
The movie literally gave me a headache. It actually and I watched what the hell, Blair Witch Project, and didn't get throw up like everyone else did. So it was fine. I actually got a headache from this movie. I could not look at the backgrounds. They were so blurry. I was beginning to wonder if I was losing my eyesight.
oh dear.
I found that with the first movie. I was like, am I having a
it's poop.
stroke or is the movie directed like
I'm
this?
having a stroke.
It's poop. I like Transformers, Rise of the
I
Beast.
like
still.
Transformers. I
do
forgot
too.
about that one.
That's the best live action Transformers movie, which isn't saying much, but it's saying
it
something.
was all right. Yeah,
It was good.
I liked it.
I like it.
I liked it. I've watched it again. I bought some of the toys. It's
Was
trash,
Gar- was-
yes.
Yeah.
was Guardians this year, or was
Yeah.
it
I like Guardians.
Oh, that was this year. Yeah, that was all right.
like-
Yeah.
That was
I
good.
enjoyed it, but that was a depressing as fuck movie.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Yeah,
I was the only person laughing. I was having a great time, and everyone's looking at me. I was like, "Why are you guys
I
looking
mean,
at me?"
there's some funny shit in that movie, but I was not prepared for the fucking depression of it at all. Like, God damn.
Join us.
Have you ever
We're
heard
gonna
of
send you
Lord and Savior
pamphlets
Godzilla?
later. We'll send you some pamphlets later.
Yeah.
Right.
No, Guardians 3 is heavy. If people care about animals, which I don't care about, then it's heavy for people.
Hey man, you can't say that on YouTube. Stop. God damn it. You can't fucking say that, man. Come on.
Oh, we seem to have lost Jay, man. I don't know what happened.
I'm an admin. I can come back anytime I want. Listen, I thought. Oh no, I was gonna say something, but it's very rude, and I'm not gonna say it. But it's actually very funny. I can
Go
say
ahead.
it to you. It's very
No,
funny.
fucking say it. I don't care.
No, I was gonna say I thought Don't F with Cats was a comedy.
That's all.
No. That's where the guy was murdering cats on
Cat.
YouTube, and then these guys caught him. It was a very good documentary.
Yeah, it was.
It was, and it's kind of
It's very
It's-
disturbing.
it's disturbing as shit.
I haven't seen it, and I don't need to see it with that.
Yeah.
what I'm going through.
Heard about
Cruelty
you.
for the sake of cruelty. It's
Yeah, I don't like that. And I'll say something else. If I had to care about one animal, if I had to pick one, it'd be kittens. So there you go.
I love
I'm
my
a-
cats, man.
I'm a cat person over. So I would pick kittens. Kittens would be if I had to pick an animal, kittens is number one.
Yeah. I got 4 cats, man, so I'm a cat guy. So
Coyotes all the way. Coyotes are my spirit animal.
Owen loves the
can't be
coyotes, man. He's always showing pictures of like a coyote over
Yeah,
here
yeah.
by the river.
I'm not talking about cool animals. I'm talking about regular ones that you'd have as pets. Obviously, coyotes are awesome. Like I mean,
I
want an army of coyotes. Like, oh.
yeah,
always
like
wanted-
lions and shit. Like
I always
everyone
wanted to
likes
get.
that.
I always wanted to get a wolf and name him Timber. I'm like, this is.
Yes,
Oh,
like
there you
Snake
go.
Eyes.
There you
go. Snake Eyes. Hell yeah.
And we all got that reference too. So.
Oh wait, hang on.
Hell yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, I thought you were gonna bring out Timber.
I just got this.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
This is my pride and joy right here.
that is
I just
awesome.
got
That
it.
is sweet. I
Yeah.
like that.
It's like-
And I even know who the manufacturer of that is, but though I can't think of their name. But it's the same.
Diamond Select.
Diamond Select.
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
got
yeah.
the Diamond Select Indiana Jones run. Oh, you're not going to be able to see it. Hold on, Owen. Indulge me for a second. Hold on.
All right. Boo.
Well,
Oh, okay.
See him
yeah.
running?
Ah.
Yeah,
That's pretty. That
is pretty cool.
So, and I've got another one I got on pre-order is Indiana Jones from Temple of Doom on the bridge
Oh,
with the torch
yeah.
where he's about to cut the bridge. So that one's coming in as well. I'll put it next.
There's some Van
That's
Damme
the one-
statues coming out next
Oh,
year.
Those
I'm
are
gonna get.
all
I gotta get- yeah,
great.
Insane,
Yeah.
man.
I
Those
had
are
ordered.
great.
Oh, remember a long time ago I told you I ordered like the Jean-Claude
Yeah.
Van Damme with him. It never came in.
They're not out until next year. That's why I think it's like October next year or some shit. You're just pre-ordering them at this stage.
They didn't say that though.
Yeah, they don't say that.
Like
That's
they
a
were
small
available.
print. Yeah.
They're getting your money to make them. That's what they're trying to do.
Pretty much. Yeah. So I'm not going to pre-order them whenever they're out. I'm going to get them because like there's that awesome one still in October.
Kickboxer's June. Kickboxer's June, and the figure there is a figure as well.
I think
that the figure is July.
Big Bad Toy Store, I think, still has a pre-order for one of them.
Charlie's looking at my screen because that's where I'm at. Yeah. So Big Bad Toy Store does not charge you until the item arrives.
Right.
So even if you pre-order, that's it.
And their shipping's $4 flat.
Oh, I don't do dangers. I don't do any of those anymore. I don't do any of those streams anymore because I would invite people and they'd just be idiots. So then I just yell at them all the time. So I stopped doing those.
How's that different from some of your other streams?
My wife can tell what stream I'm doing based on how loud I am. She's like, "Oh, you're doing a comic one."
Doctor Who ones are definitely the best. You need to just do a Doctor Who only stream, just talking about it, and just piss everybody off. I challenge you all to a deathmatch.
The internet.
Yeah. I got called all of the not adjectives or the nouns or whatever.
I called all of them.
All the C's under the sun, as we would say.
Yeah, the R's. I got the R in there. I got the B in there, which is the part of the R, but the lesser R. I'm like, it's like okay. I got everything in there. I got them all in there. So if you don't get them all, then you're just not doing your job properly.
I love how you just get monetized and now you're just the king of YouTube right now. I've been called everything now.
Yeah, that's it.
No, you were not one of them.
Oh, no comment. No, I'm just joking, Steph. We like you.
So I can't remember who's talking, but does anybody else have any like terrible movies from this year which you didn't like, or disappointing even or terrible?
It's part of why I'm so scared to watch some of them, man. Because like I hate dedicating that amount of time to something. I'm just going to be like, well, this is dog shit. I don't care about this at all.
I'll be honest with you. My biggest problem isn't the crappy ones because it is at least like I have an opinion on them. The worst is like the middle line where I'm going to forget about them. It almost feels like a loss of time. Cocaine Bear is probably for me a movie like I didn't hate it. I didn't love it.
It was fun.
I have a huge list of movies where they're like, yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
Like the 3-star movie, as I call it, where it's like, yeah, I'll watch it once and likely never watch it again. Like, there's like so many of these guys.
Oh, and I love your reviews because like 90% of the time you're like, after I watch it, I forgot all about it. It's like, I don't remember one thing about this movie.
With most movies now, it's like the Fast and Furious movies, like Fast X was this year. I don't remember which happened in which movie. Like, I still enjoy the movies for what they were. But, like, I never remember which was that this one or this one or this one because there's so many and there's so many.
I call this one the Momoa one. That's the only way I can differentiate the the last two.
And then, like, why do we want to go see Aquaman? It's like, he's not Aquaman anymore. So
I keep forgetting it's coming out.
I know. It's
we're seeing it tomorrow.
We know nothing's like. Who cares? It's like
I'll give you your opinions tomorrow, guys.
I did laugh my ass off because Jackie and I were watching Silent Night and they played the Aquaman trailer. And they literally show Amber Heard for less than a second.
Yeah, she like smashes out a glass.
Boom! Don't worry, she's in here and gone. Yeah. I laughed my ass off at
that. And you know what? And Steve and I talked about this privately, and even my wife talked with me. She's like, we're all like, I kind of liked her in this movie. It was funny too because I liked her in part one. I thought,
she was okay actor.
I watched Never Back Down a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's her.
Hey,
she was hot in that movie.
You're right, but I mean, I liked her in like Machete Kills, all that stuff. It's really good. But you can be a shitty person, fine. I just thought it was hilarious that DC was like, well, we got to kind of. Well, there she is, and gone, just done. It's
did they cut like 90% of her scenes out? Like
that's what I'm looking forward to seeing. Is like, did you really cut her character pretty much shits? Yeah, Shit's
But
the
hey,
bed,
she didn't
man.
shit in any of our beds, so whatever.
No,
Would you have kicked her out if she shit in your bed, though?
I don't know. If she'd had
Well,
a
it's
Guinness
well-
first, maybe that would have been bad. But otherwise, it depends.
If it was never back down, Amber Heard,
Yeah,
no.
I mean, come on. You know, sometimes you
Listen,
gotta ask the hard questions.
Yeah,
All these people are crazy in Hollywood, anyways.
Yeah,
right?
that's the thing.
Like,
They're all nuts. So
they're all
yeah.
nut jobs. Like we can't really judge. You can't take like a lifelong or a year or two of stuff and try to extract what's good or bad. It's just like you catch me on a bad day, I'm pissed off, and then I'm not. Obviously, these people are heightened because everything's just heightened. Like if you have a bad day, you yell, you scream, and then you make up. But like everything is just 10 times whatever you're doing. That's because that's how it is. So their thing is like, maybe someone throws down a mug and you smash the mug, and when for them they throw a 4K TV over, and you're like, you just right? Like, so when you hear it, you're like, oh my God, they had an argument, someone threw a 4K TV. You're like, dude, they threw a 4K. But it's like, yeah, but the equivalent for us is throwing a plate or something, right? Like,
well, I think not to dig into that. I think the biggest issue was the fact that Johnny got fired over dumb shit. That shouldn't have happened. Like that was the dumbest thing you could have done was that. But if we're going to cancel people over doing dumb shit and not ever watch their movies, that means I can't watch any more Lethal Weapon movies. That means I can't watch 90% of the movies I love because someone did something shitty. I cannot like that person now. I can be like, I don't support what they say. I don't really care
for sure
for if they do anything, but I'm going to watch Lethal Weapon. Fuck, it's Christmas. I'm going to watch it, but if we really want to be that militant about it, we shouldn't be.
But the problem with the cancel is actually not the people complaining about these people and saying, blah, 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 they did X and Y. It's the people who weren't even there, who weren't even privy to this stuff, enforcing a negative effect and a negative reaction on that person due to these accusations. I'm not upset about the accusation. I'm upset that the due process is not being followed and that they are immediately negatively impacted.
Trial by Twitter.
Yeah. So I'm not mad at
that's right there. Yeah.
I'm not mad at Amber Heard. I'm mad at Disney for saying Johnny Depp can't be Jack Sparrow anymore. I don't care about that. Right. I don't care about the Pirates of the Caribbean.
And that was your golden goose.
Yeah.
Which was even more fucked up. It's like, what are you thinking? Like, you're really going to die on that hill. And they did.
Well, Disney,
like, honestly, after that, they haven't done anything really good.
Well,
and even the pirate movies haven't been that good. We just talked about it last week.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't been that awesome, but you could have brought it back. But
and Drive Angry's cool. Wolverine. Yeah, I like Drive Angry. That was a pretty fun movie.
Doesn't he like bang a chick in it while drinking a bottle of Jack at the same time? Just like legend. Yeah.
Why does that one not get brought up?
For you, that was important.
Movies? Yeah,
that's the best.
But for Nicolas Cage, it was Tuesday.
Tuesday. It was Tuesday. It was a Tuesday.
Was that movie this year? The one, the thingy talent Nicolas Cage movie. What's it called? The one where he's with Pedro.
Massive weight
of talent, unbearable talent, or something.
That was last year.
I don't think so. Yeah.
I know that was quite interesting.
I think it was last year. That was with the Mando dude, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Pedro Pascal. Yeah,
Pedro.
It was fun. It was fun when he brought out the gold guns. I thought that was awesome.
The throwback to Face Off.
Yeah. You're right, skeptic. Disney hates money.
Yeah.
Like Godzilla cost $15 million. Try to process that in your mind. It's like when I saw the movie, I didn't know the budget when I saw the movie, and then later Sean mentioned it, and he's like appalled over this. He just can't grasp it. And
that may include the marketing, because I think they come out the director or the
he said I didn't have 15
he's like
million.
We didn't have 15.
Yeah, he's like I didn't. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. He's like
I think
I didn't.
That has to be including like their marketing budget too.
Yeah,
because, that's usually marketing sometimes double. I don't know what they do, with Tokyo and stuff like that, but the fact that movie's still going and it's getting extended, and now it's only going to be in Japan, but they're doing a monochrome version of it to bring it kind of like Master 54.
Wow.
And I'm totally down for that, because I think I've said it before.
Awesome.
The Fury Road Chrome Edition is one of my favorite versions.
I don't have that. I probably should get
no.
that. Yeah,
it's all black and white.
Yeah.
I wish they'd have let George Miller do it his way. He wanted to take the dialogue out, just sound effects, music, and do it in the black and white, which would have been fucking glorious. but watching it in black and white was just surreal. That whole the sandstorm, fire tornado scene, when you actually watch it in black and white, you're just like, holy shit.
It's like they're being engulfed, right?
Yeah,
like
it's totally different, man. It is so insane.
Same with the mist. Because
they
the
did a black and white of that one.
They're being absorbed into a void. Like when there's a fog and there's color, you're like, oh, that's a fog. But when it's this grayscale where the entire picture is grayscale, you're being like enveloped into this void. It's like so that's scary. But speaking of,
I think the Mist had a 50s vibe.
I agree with that too.
It totally did. Yeah.
But what about the anticipate? Did you want to talk about what we're looking forward to in 2024?
Well, we'll get to that. There's still a whole ton of movies I got to get through here.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah,
he's not done yet.
Operation Fortune was good. I enjoyed that with Statham.
The Beekeeper. That's gonna be Statham's signature movie.
I got a press screening of that. So I'm seeing it on the 8th. So
bitch.
We'll review that. So
whatever.
And what else? The Meg 2, The Trench came out this year, and that was kind of terrible but fun at the same time. That's the same with the first one, where it's just like, these aren't great films, but you just enjoy them anyway for the nonsense that they are.
Who puts Wu Jing in a movie and not have him do martial arts? What the fuck is up with that? He jumped out of a helicopter. Ooh, okay.
Could have fought the shark or something. I don't know.
You should have roundhouse kicked the shark.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. That's another one that I watched it, but I couldn't tell you anything about the movie. Yeah. I've only watched it once.
You see, you're in your 40s now, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
See, like us. So J-Man was saying that so ever since you said that, you're so right. Any movie you watch since you turned 40, you don't fucking remember it anymore. It's like you watch it and the next day you forget.
My wife and I were talking about that because I was like, "Oh, you never remember anything." She's like, "Oh, I don't care." And then she's like, "Well, you've got a great memory." I was like, "But I don't." And then I'm like, I've memorized Escape from New York, but like I just watched like whatever The Killer, and I completely forgot I saw the movie. I don't remember anything about it except for Magneto was in it. And I kept thinking, why doesn't he use his powers? It'd be so much easier if he just did stuff. Like it's crazy.
I just turned 51, so I should remember shit.
Oh, you're a lost cause.
Yeah, it's game over, man. Game over.
We're lucky you're on.
I want to forget this year, but I can't. I still.
We all do this year.
Like, what the hell?
Your name is John, right? We're just okay. All right.
For now, till witness protection puts him under.
Yeah, the first one I did prefer.
I love the first one.
It's fine.
Totally
the first one's fine.
The first one was, like I said before, was the worst theatrical experience I ever had. And then
because you had like a bad audience.
Oh yeah, it's just like retard convention. Oh, sorry, I can't say that anymore. But anyway, cancelled.
Wow, everybody's spicy tonight.
Yeah, get the X
now
out.
you just jinxed it for everybody.
Yeah, but American Fiction is going to be a movie 2024 with Jeffrey.
American Fiction.
Well, they should do American nonfiction, then I'll watch.
Yeah, exactly. So Jonathan Majors is cancelled then. So
he's done. Well, they waited for the verdict, I suppose. Yeah. So that's progress.
They already had. It was like
right?
verdict.
They're like, nope, he's guilty. Now we can cancel him.
Yeah,
it's because they had a ton of shit recorded with his face on it.
Yeah,
they already had him canceled. Anyways, this illusion of waiting for the verdict. It's like it was already like announced, so he didn't have
his ass kicked by ants already in a movie. Like you can't bring a big
he's
bad
not a scary villain yet.
He's not. He's not Thanos anymore. Thanos didn't get his ass kicked by Spider-Man
or
before Thanos became, got the gauntlet. No, that was probably the only thing about Quantum Mania that I was just like, wait, they just took out Kang. Why is they making a big deal?
Exactly.
Of this character. He's done, defeated by ants. Exactly.
They should have just had them barely escape with their lives.
Something.
And then say, okay, we closed the quantum realm, we're okay. And then be like, well, I don't know, can he get out maybe? That just have them barely escape. The whole point is to get her backstory, which is boring anyways, get her backstory, get him out of there, shut it down, and close him off and trap him back in the quantum realm.
Right.
And you can do that without having him be utterly defeated by, okay, sure, 1,000 year whatever evolved ants. I don't care if they're 4 million years evolved ants. It's ants. It looks silly to a person watching. He's immediately a non-threat at this point.
He is.
He's a non-threat. I mean, plus Cassie was one of the worst MCU characters of all time. I absolutely despised her. And she was a cute girl, little girl in those two. I was
The
like,
first
this
one's-
girl is the best sidekick. She's like, I want to be your sidekick. I'm like, oh my gosh, she has to be the sidekick. This will be so cool. And then it's like, and now I'm growing up. I'm like, why are you trash? You don't have to write teenagers as trash.
Worst character ever. The most entertaining thing about that entire movie was the fly that was on the lens of the freaking projector.
Oh, that was in IMAX. There was a fly on our projector.
That's
And we
even
kept-
better. That's awesome.
But it's so weird. I was like, is that I'm like, oh my God, they've got a little fly. So what's going on? I'm like, oh my God, that's a real fly. I thought it was like part of the movie. And once I saw that, I was like,
Yeah.
where is it
Can't
going?
focus on the movie, watching the fly everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with
All
that.
right, Owen, keep going. What else? What did
Okay,
we forget?
so-
Yeah, what did we forget about?
Sniper Grit, that was pretty good. I love the Sniper movies. The last one,
I love
didn't like
Sniper.
so
There's
much.
another
The
one?
last one was so violent. I was
Yeah,
like,
this
oh my
Sniper
God.
Grit,
It's
it
like
was so violent. This one, I was talking to Chad Collins about it a few weeks ago, and I said this movie just was like super violent. It was like the most violent of all of them. Like the scene where the assassin is waiting in the room for them, and then all three of them come into the room and shoot the shit out of him for like 15 seconds until there's like nothing left. I was like, this is
Holy
awesome.
shit. What
and
number
they
is that
changed,
one at?
they
10.
changed they changed
10?
Lady Death, the actress that did Lady Death, and she kicked ass in that movie.
Yeah,
she
she
had
was
that
awesome.
one.
She
She had that
played
wonder
something.
scene in it. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, she like stole the show.
I
Yeah.
am so far behind. I love this, the original like snipers, like
Yeah,
up to
good
3
fun,
or
yeah.
4, but I'm so far
Wow, I
behind.
saw like
Yeah.
the first 2, I think, and then that was it.
It's a consistently entertaining franchise though. Like I always really I love military action movies anyway.
Well,
It's
I like how
yeah.
like like they totally changed it, but yet they're like Chad Michael Collins still does his sniper in it. It's like
Yeah.
he's still a sniper. He's
Yeah.
still taking
they
people
didn't do
out
that
from
so much in the
long
last one.
distance.
Was it Rogue
Yeah,
Rogue Mission? Is that what
yeah,
it's called?
yeah.
Yeah, that was
Rogue.
my least favorite one because I think it was so jarring to me because it was a reboot. I
They
need to watch
changed
it
it
again.
so much. Yeah,
Yeah, and
Oh.
but
Like
that's
the
fine.
bad guys weren't like intimidating in that
No.
movie. They were just like yelling at each other, and like
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Do you have
Yeah.
to see all the other ones before you watch the new one? Like,
No,
is it-
no,
It's
not
totally
really,
like
no.
it's totally the only thing that's the same is like Dennis Haysbert's character is the same because he was in I forget what he was in one of the other earlier
Right.
sniper movies, and then Chad Michael Collins is the same
when
character.
did Behringer get out of them? Like, I know he was like all the way up to like 4.
His
or
last
5,
one was
wasn't
the one before Rogue Mission. He was in the one before.
he? So he
Rogue
made it
Mission.
all the way up to like 8.
Yeah.
Wow, this is all new. I'm gonna watch all these because I really like Sniper Part 1. I thought Part 2 was
Oh,
okay.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I like them all. Yeah,
But I didn't know this is. You know what I love discovering a random franchise that
Yeah,
has
forgotten
like
franchises,
5,
yeah.
6, 7 entries. You're like, yeah, because then you could. Then it's like a weekend project. You're
Yeah.
like, all
Yeah.
right, we're just gonna
it's
watch
like
all of them.
Tremors.
Right.
I only thought there was like 2 or 3 Tremors movies.
No,
but
there's
like
a
8 or 9
lot
I've
of
never
them. I
seen.
got
Oh
them
my
all.
God.
Yeah.
There's like 22 of them.
There's
Or like
Yeah.
Puppet Master. There's like
Yeah.
4,000 Puppet Master.
Oh my God,
movies.
yeah.
You're like,
Tons.
this is
and
like-
they've like
Um,
rebooted it and they're bringing it back.
You're
And now
back
there's
again.
sequels to that.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
yep.
I'm just looking. Oh yeah, Napoleon. I like that. That was pretty good. Some decent battle scenes for what I could see, but like it just annoyed me that Joaquin Phoenix just sounded American, as we were saying before. Vive la Republique, and you're like, it just doesn't quite sound right.
It's like Kevin Costner in Robin Hood. It's like
Yeah, I'm Robin
Hey,
of
now,
Lashley, and
hey.
this is my merry man.
Stop it.
What?
That is an awesome movie. Does not.
No,
talk
I
about
love
that.
Robin Hood, Prince
Right,
of
no,
Thieves.
no,
I
no,
just
no, no.
like why? Like,
I absolutely love
listen,
it.
Yeah,
Kevin,
no.
Kevin Costner's a great actor. Do a fucking British.
Me and
accent.
J-Man vibing all of a sudden. Don't mess with that.
That's a very special movie to me. Like I,
I
don't
loved
know.
it. I
Yeah.
loved it.
No, I agree
loved
with you.
it.
It's like no that
doesn't-
part of it is not good, but like
No.
They literally make fun of it in Men in Tights.
And then
okay?
Sean
Because
Connery
I
shows
can
up at
speak
the
with
end.
an
It's like they
English
paid him
accent.
$50
Yeah.
million to show up for 2 minutes at the end of the
Yeah.
movie.
yeah.
Okay, so
he worked.
next up is Warhorse 1. That was pretty good with Johnny Strong.
Okay, see, like, that would be in my top 10. And that little girl in it, that in
She
my
was great,
review,
yeah.
she was awesome. And the ending, it's like you're just like, like, and like he's like dying, and she's holding the gun, and you see all these insurgents coming up, and then all of a sudden, all these Navy SEALs just drop out of nowhere and just start fucking obliterate. I'm like, that was like the best ending.
Yeah.
I was like, I love that ending.
Turismo as well. Gran Turismo, I enjoyed. I wasn't expecting to enjoy that. I saw that the drive it, and I was like,
I haven't seen that one. I didn't.
Yeah.
There's a
Right.
lot I missed.
Yeah.
That one kind of got screwed over because of the strikes and stuff. Like,
Strikes,
nobody
yeah.
was promoting it whatsoever. There's a girl I follow on YouTube. She does cars and stuff, and she's actually in the movie. And when the strike got, she goes, "Okay, I can finally tell you guys about being in the movie and promoting it and stuff." I'm like, that movie came out already. I'm like, I heard
Yeah.
nothing because I mean it's got Harborough in it, and I was like,
Yeah.
I kind of want to see that guy, but it's a video game movie that
It's an
technically
interesting
isn't
story
about a video game. You
Yeah,
know?
he
Mhm.
becomes a real race car driver. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
There's a cool movie which I don't know if anybody's seen called Once Upon a Time in Ukraine, and it has ninjas in it, and it's actually awesome.
I
What?
I got the email to promote that, and I did it, and then I totally forgot about it. I
Yeah.
never saw it.
Oh yeah, I watched it because I had no idea what this was about. I was
Yeah.
like, they sent me a screener. I was like, oh god, what the fuck's this? I'll watch it, but I don't care. And then I watched it, and the first few minutes I had ninjas, and I was like, oh, 5 stars.
Ninjas. Add ninjas. That's what I
Yeah,
gotta do.
that's
Add-
the
so,
magic ingredient for 90% of action movies.
Put
pretty
Sho
much.
Kosugi in it.
But
It's
were
like
they?
a-
But were they Chinese though, or were they Japanese?
Were they
Oh.
Korean?
Maybe
Were they Korean
Teenage
ninjas?
Mutant Ninja Turtles. Maybe Seth Rogen should have watched that.
They were
first.
Australian.
You're Japanese.
Australian
Now I got
ninjas.
it.
We're ninjas, eh?
Son of a
Yeah, when
bitch.
ninjas get out. Oh yeah, Right On with
Sorry.
Jackie Chan. I cried like a little girl at that movie.
Yeah, I gave a good review to that.
Yeah, and I'm also quoted in the Blu-ray in the UK for that, so that's kind of cool.
Yes, you
Um,
were.
Didn't he do a movie with John Cena this year?
Yeah,
Yes,
Yes.
we're going to bring up Hidden Strike. Yeah.
Yeah, Hidden
Yeah.
Strike. I heard that.
I
that movie got
enjoyed
shit
it.
on.
Alright.
It was harmless, and they had good chemistry together. And Tim Mann is fucking awesome in anything that he does.
Yeah.
So
Okay, right. I'm going to just sort of rush through a bunch. Rumble Through
Go
the
for it.
Dark with Aaron Eckhart. That was pretty good.
I haven't seen it.
That was Aaron Eckhart. I think is underrated. I really like him.
I
as an
saw
actor.
Muzzle, and
I-
I was so disappointed in Muzzle. I was so
Oh, really?
excited to see
I like-
Muzzle. I was so disappointed.
I haven't seen that one. Yeah.
Mm,
Your Lucky Day. That was pretty good. It's more of a thriller though.
mm.
Freelance with John Cena. That was actually not bad. It was quite fun.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. King of Killers was okay. I enjoyed that,
Yeah.
like Frank Grillo and Alan Musi, but it's it's open for a sequel and doesn't have a proper ending, and it just pisses me off when movies do that.
Mm,
What else? Heart of Stone with Gal Gadot.
mm.
I gave it a pass.
Yeah,
Like
that's all
I
right.
forgot these movies came
Yeah,
out
that's
this
the
year.
thing.
Like, oh yeah, Heart of Stone.
Furies.
Yeah.
Furies is pretty good. Fast Charlie with Pierce Brosnan. I kind of hate that movie because that's the one I was supposed to interview him for, and he didn't show up. Oh, you disappoint me, Mr. Bond. Night of the Assassin, that was all right. Oh, The Get Back, that was quite good. That was on Tubi. Tubby. It's called Tubby. It's Tubby.
Yes, the Get Back.
It's
Yeah.
Tubi, don't you?
Tubby.
I thought it was Tubi.
It's Tubby. It's
Tubi.
named after fat kids.
Jesus.
Ambush,
Shout out
that
to
was pretty
Chad
good.
Law.
That was a war film. That was pretty good.
Oh,
Marlowe.
I like that one.
Well, Marlowe with Liam Neeson. That was kind of more of a noir film than an action movie, but it wasn't bad. And then
Yeah,
he also
that's
did
right.
Retribution, which I haven't seen. God is a Bullet. I've seen the director's cut of that. And that movie's fucked up, but it was pretty good.
There's a-
River Wild, a remake of The River Wild, that was actually pretty good as well. Shotgun Wedding with Jennifer Lopez, that was all right. Oh, One Ranger with Thomas Jane from Jesse Johnson, that was
yes,
okay.
that was okay.
Yeah, Breakout from Brandon Slagle's Breakout, yeah, that was okay. Hypnotic, haven't seen it. The Mother with Jennifer Lopez, that was okay.
That was average.
Sakura with Donnie Yen was okay. I hate
Wushu,
wuxia
yeah.
movies though. I'm not a big fan of
Wuxia.
that genre. The Flash, we haven't talked about The Flash yet.
I liked it.
We did. I remember it. Yeah.
I like Michael Keaton in it. I
Yeah,
mean,
that was
that's-
the thing. It was him that made it, yeah.
that's the only reason I even bothered to watch it was because it
Yeah.
had Michael Keaton in it.
By the way, I saw Hypnotic. It's a pass. It's
Oh, is it?
yeah. I watched it. I started watching. I'm like, hey, this is pretty good. And I'm just like, wait, what's happening? I'm like, oh my god, if this happens, it's garbage. And it happened. I'm like, no.
And so, what else? So, The Flash, Marvels, Aquaman, Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, Shazam, Fury of the Gods.
I like it.
I haven't
I
seen
pass it. Give it a pass.
It wasn't great. Right, so yeah, just finally then, in terms of things, make sure to go to TV shows. Twisted Metal was really good. I haven't played the video game, but I really enjoyed the show.
I still haven't.
I played the
watched
games.
it.
Yeah.
I played the games religiously. Twisted
Yeah,
Metal
me too.
Black is still probably one of the best
Yeah, that's an awesome
Yeah.
game.
freaking Twisted Metal games ever.
I'm enjoying One Piece, which I finally started watching.
Yay!
Loving. You're probably going to be surprised. My favorite character is actually Luffy.
Well, that yeah. When we ask people who their favorite characters, we assume it's Luffy because if it's not, that's a bit weird.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's like the nicest, most likable, appealing character.
Yeah.
Like they're all so appealing. I was like, I love all of these characters immediately.
Oh,
It's
wait till
colorful,
you-
great fight
Yeah.
scenes, and I've only watched the first episode.
Oh, wait till you get. Yeah, Tell me, yeah. Wait till you get to the wake up. That's one of my favorite moments. And my other favorite moment is help me. Don't Google it or look up. If you
Okay,
even
no,
just
I'm not going to because I'm going to watch
like,
this. So.
that is the best.
I'm going to watch it
ever.
on the plane, I think, on the weekend.
Yeah.
Tulsa King from Sylvester Stallone. That was really good. I like that.
good.
Loki season 2. I actually quite enjoyed that. And
I haven't seen it.
I haven't sat through it yet.
Oh yeah, and then Arnie starred in Fubar, which wasn't great. It was all right, but I like the fact it was filmed here. It was like filmed at like Mississauga in Toronto, which is cool. Lawman Bass Reeves. I haven't seen all of it, but what I've seen was good. Star Wars Ahsoka.
I watched.
There was a couple of good episodes.
Yeah,
but
it has
there was a
moments.
lot.
Let me know which ones they were.
Yeah.
must have been the two I didn't watch.
Yeah,
I
it
watched the
might have
first 6 episodes, then I watched One Piece, and then I went back to watch episode 7. I was like, or I could watch One Piece all over again. So then I rewatched One Piece all over again.
My buddy kept putting it on, for us to watch, and I'd watch it for a little bit, going, okay, it's kind of cool, and then I'd fall out of it, and then I'd watch it a little bit, and then I'd fall. It was like hit or miss for me, man. I don't
Disney
know.
Star Wars though. It's utterly soulless. I find
That's how they're starting to get for me. Like I didn't get grabbed by Kenobi. I didn't get grabbed by. I didn't even watch the Rogue One dude. Andor.
Oh, Andor.
Andor.
No.
Yeah. People like, oh my god, that is so good. And I was like, why do you like being bored as fuck?
I didn't even bother.
Was it 13 Conversations with Droids? That's what you've been called.
Yeah, and a guy sitting having cereal with his mum for like an entire episode. I'm like, what the fuck? Where's the lightsabers? And like, is this so many? I don't like it if there's lightsabers and things and it's doing something different. I was like, yeah, lightsabers and the Force is what makes Star Wars. Without that, it's just generic sci-fi like everything else.
Or give me spaceships and blasters, or creatures, or something. Jesus.
So you want wars?
I like the wars.
I think it's a big ask.
It's
only 50% of the title.
I'm more interested in watching people eating cereal, to be honest.
It's like I like Trek. I like Wars. I like so.
Oh yeah, The Last of Us. That was this year. That was pretty good.
I didn't bother with it.
Citadel, that was okay, kind of forgettable. Oh, Jack Ryan season 4, that was good. Oh yeah, the worst show of this year was Secret Invasion. That was fucking awful.
She-Hulk. Listen, She-Hulk came out this thing, and that's the worst show.
Was that
ever
this year or
made.
last year?
No, last year.
Wow,
it still sucks this year.
The 2020. Okay, I'll put it this way: She-Hulk 2023. Oh, sorry, She-Hulk 2022 was the worst show of 2023. That's just gonna carry over for a while.
The worst show of the decade.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's enough for this year. So we'll move on to like.
There's a couple that we did mention that just really quickly. Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, that was really good.
That was a cartoon. That's not really an action movie though.
Yeah, just
some action in it. It was kind of cool. I liked it.
Did we? I think did we miss something else? I think we only know. I'm trying to see if we missed anything else.
We mentioned Fast X.
Okay. 65.
65. We talked about. Yeah, I enjoyed 65.
That. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. The only other thing I saw was Tetris, which I thought was very interesting, but doesn't have anything to do with action. There is a little bit of action because the espionage part of it, but it's really
it does look good. No, I mean in terms of like non-action, I loved Oppenheimer. It was like Oppenheimer and Godzilla are like my two favorite films of the year. Definitely.
Barbie's not on anyone's list this year.
I turned it off after 10 minutes.
I watched the whole thing, man. Yeah, I got through the whole thing, and it's awful. So I can report back to you guys. Yes, it's definitely
excellent.
Awful.
Okay, I will not waste.
So it wasn't enough. Right? Is that what?
So in terms of stuff that's coming out next year, and I've only just done like a quick scribble of like a few things, so there's probably a whole ton of things I don't know that's coming out and things I've forgotten about. The Beekeeper is like first up. That's the next thing I'm seeing in the cinema when it
January 12th.
That's number one. Looking
Jason
forward
Statham. Looking forward to seeing that. And Scott Adkins has a few movies. He's got like One More Shot, Take Cover, and Lights Out. They're all coming out in the next few months. Nice. One More Shot should be interesting. So looking forward
Dude's
to
working, man. We can never fault that man. He's probably one of the hardest working, action stars right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We got Godzilla X Kong times Kong and Kong.
I'm excited. I think it's going to be cool when they're running in that trailer.
I don't care what anybody says. I'm like, I fucking love that. It's Godzilla.
I had goosebumps. It was an action movie. The last one had so many action movie references in it, and now they're bitching like, oh, it looks like an action movie. The whole fucking last movie was an action. They literally
I like 'em all.
reenact Lethal Weapon in that. Like he dislocates his fucking arm and he rigs it back into socket. That
Dude,
is
like, putting one of Godzilla's, like one of his. I just grabbed the closest Godzilla I have. Grabbing one of these things.
I
and
like
put-
how he just grabs a Godzilla.
Oh, most of them are back there. And like he makes like a weapon,
over there.
and he makes the like
The axe.
I'm like, this is awesome. Yeah, what the hell's going on? This is the best. This is
And
awesome.
then they figure out they can charge it up, so it's even more.
Yes,
badass.
even more.
Listen, if you're 10 years old at one point, you love that movie. I don't care.
I am
Yeah.
perpetually 10 years old, John, and that's
I
why
know.
that shit
Love 'em all.
works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
That's
Yeah,
a
how can we
very
miss
good
you if you
point.
don't go away? Yeah, so we need a break. But
It's just.
I think
it's
because of the
ridiculous.
strikes, we are going to have a break. There isn't really anything particularly exciting coming out next year. In
They
terms
canceled
There's
half.
Deadpool 3 though.
Deadpool
That's the
3.
only one.
That's
That's
the only
still coming
MCU
out
movie,
next
and I
year?
think that's great because it gives us a little break from Marvel for a bit, so then they can do some good stuff. Maybe I don't know.
Definitely needs to happen.
you know,
I'm looking forward to it. I think
Big
they're gonna
time.
have fun with it.
Oh
man.
yeah, I think that's going to be a big one. Yeah.
Most importantly, will Blade ever get made, or do we?
No, it's done.
No, I don't
Blade's
think that's
done.
ever going to
Is it
happen.
done?
You know,
Is it
I think
done?
it's done.
Is
Yeah.
it done?
I don't
I
even want it
hope
anyway.
it's
I mean, it's going to
done.
be shit anyway. It's
Yeah,
not gonna be as good as
exactly.
Wesley
I don't-
Snipes one.
Especially when Wesley Snipes has been like, "I'll come back." Like,
Yeah.
I'll come back and do another one. He's.
Bring him
Yeah,
back.
I mean, was he really
he's-
busy to not do Expendables 4? I mean, really?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he
I
was
don't
like
think
great.
so.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
should have brought him back at least.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, see, I'm looking forward to Godzilla Times Gone.
Is it
Time
Times Call?
Just say
It's-
Cross.
It's
Cross.
Crosscom?
Yeah.
It's
That looks cool.
Empire or whatever or something like that.
The Fall Guy looks fun, but it doesn't look like the Fall Guy.
Yeah.
I
was
think
like-
it's going to be stunt heavy.
But I
and
laughed.
That's
I laughed
what
in the trailer.
I didn't laugh at all at the trailer.
I
was
did.
like,
I did.
oh.
I
I'm
laughed.
sorry.
I think it's
I
going to
needed
be
a
one
laugh,
of the.
and I got it with that one.
It's going to be one of the few where they don't go stupid, like we were just talking about, where they reboot a certain one. This one's going to be like right into the vein of what the Fall Guy was, a stunt dude involved in all these weird things that just kind of keep happening around him. And it's, 87 North. So, it's going to be just chock
that's
full
true.
of every spectacle they can throw at it. I'm hyped for that one. Like
Yeah.
Beekeepers
see
up
it.
here, Fall Guys right here. I
Yeah.
want to see it.
Oh man, I'm going to be there. Yeah, Skip,
We all
yeah,
loved it.
Yes,
we
saw
mentioned that
it.
earlier. See, this is pretty much our top movie of the
It's
year.
most everybody's top movie.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Bricklayer looks cool. That
Yeah,
trailer looked
Aaron
real
Eckhart,
bad.
yeah.
And Land of Bad.
Land of
I'm like, I
Bad,
wanna see
terrible
Land of
name
Bad.
though. Like Land of
Yes,
Bad.
it
What
is,
kind of
but
shit
that looks
title,
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Gosling's great. Yeah, that's the thing. I do love Gosling, and he's a good local boy too.
I do like
so,
Gosling as well.
Yeah.
I thought he's cast
Just not as
perfectly
movies
for
all the
this,
time.
man. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it.
Darkness of Man, which is Van Damme, new Van Damme
Yeah, so
movie. So
I just
hell
buy
yeah.
it anyway, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah, right.
Definitely, yeah. What else? Alien
Power
Romulus, is that out next year? I think it is.
It's
Which one?
supposed to be.
Alien Romulus, the
Is
new
the
Alien movie.
movie or is the
Yeah.
TV show
This is the
coming out?
movie.
No, it's a
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Is that coming out next year or is that
Yeah.
2025?
I don't know if it's next year or 2025. I think it's next
2024.
year. Yeah.
It's set for next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
I buy all Aliens and Predators.
And
so
that's
that's
me.
it.
I'm going to watch it regardless, but I hate when they're doing this. It's like, movie. Oh, yeah, TV show. TV show. Movie. It's like, fucking just tell me which one's which.
I have no
When are
idea.
they coming out? I have no clue.
Yeah, but isn't
No,
the
no.
New Aliens? Isn't like teenagers like in it or something?
I
Probably.
haven't seen enough
I'm
shit
like,
about
can
it.
we
I
just
don't
put
know.
Colonial Marines back in it? Please?
I know.
I mean, shit.
Yeah.
That's
well,
Or can we
exactly
put
what
like
I want.
horror in it?
Yeah.
Like
or can we
the
bring it back
aliens-
to its roots?
Like the aliens are scary.
Yes.
Like the point
Yes.
of Aliens is that the Marines are these badass guys that
And they
any
get their
human,
shit kicked out.
right? Any regular, they're the best of humanity. They're the toughest and bravest of humanity, and they're scared.
That's how you know.
That's the
human race
point.
is fucked.
Hello. Did anyone watch these alien movies?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
No.
now they're running around the city. Huh? Running around the city. The city's toast. The aliens are going to eat everybody. And then there's a predator and
Except
an
you're not going to be
alien
able to
running around the
see
city.
anything that's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we've been down that road once before.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, what was it about Havoc there with Tom Hardy? Yeah, that's from Gareth Evans.
Gareth
Yeah.
Evans.
Gareth Evans who
Yeah.
did the Raid, and
Yeah.
that's been done for ages. So maybe next year, but I've been delayed. So I'm not
They're
sure.
saying 2024, but no date.
Yeah, no date. I think the big one really is Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. I think
Yeah,
we're all
I'll
going to be
see
there
it.
for that
Yeah.
opening night. Yeah,
I'll see it. Looks good to
That
me.
might-
George
I mean-
Miller.
Let me revise. Furiosa Beekeeper, and then I'll
Yeah, you got to revise
Oh,
yourself here,
yeah,
buddy.
I forgot.
Furiosa's better.
Again, and there's no like actual date for release. It just says 2024.
Now
But
there's two coming out. which I'm interested in. Armored with Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, we
And
have to see
Breakout with Arnold Schwarzenegger. So both of them.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
I'm buying both. So that's
Yeah.
that's a
So
no-brainer.
I know J-Man cannot wait to see Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes because he loves those movies.
I can wait. I can wait. No, I don't hate these movies.
I didn't know they were still making them.
I know. I
Yeah,
don't anybody
I know.
did.
Nobody
Is anybody
cares.
really asking for this one?
No. We want that entire series missed the entire point of what Planet of the Apes. Like it's just like movies with like apes. Humanoids walking around. It's like that has nothing to do with Planet of the Apes. Like it's supposed to be a reflection of humanity and stuff. And there's like a lot of good stuff in that first series, which did get a bit hokey as it went on. But anyways, the first movie's a masterpiece.
Yeah,
and
but that's modern filmmakers. A lot of them don't understand the original
Right.
stuff they're working on, like Star Wars and whatever else.
Star Wars,
Yeah.
right? But it's not. This isn't Shakespeare. Like I didn't make Romeo and Juliet and have it be Romeo and Julienne or something, and I missed the point of it. But
it'll be better than the Mark Wahlberg Planet of the Apes.
Oh God!
Yes,
Yeah.
that messed up another way.
That's not a high bar to hit, though.
No,
Right? Yeah.
That was brutal.
Okay, maybe the least anticipated, Madam Web. Like, who's asking?
I finally saw the trailer. I went to go see Wonka this weekend with my girls, and they showed the trailer for that. I'm like, what the hell am I watching? Right?
Yeah.
Like none of them are cast correctly at all. Like I'm just like, what?
My mother got killed whenever she was hunting or studying spiders in the Amazon and died or something like that. And it's just this terrible like line of dialogue.
Why?
That movie is not going to make any money whatsoever.
She's an old woman. Why are we going?
I remember her from the cartoon in the 90s. I remember her from that.
Yeah.
You guys will all be there day one. Don't try and pretend.
Oh, I'm not gonna...
No, I don't think they will be. Unfortunately, I'll be there.
J-Man will. J-Man will tell me whether I need to go see it or not.
You don't need to go see it. I'm
Thank
pretty
you, J-Man.
confident.
I won't go see it then. No,
Actually, I'm intrigued for Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. I think
that looks bad. I mean, they didn't show a lot of comedy in the first trailer, but they went for the action.
I think they're holding it back.
Yeah. Oh, but it has enough though, and it captures the personality and everything.
And just seeing all three of them together again, like with him in the back seat,
that
was awesome.
Because I'm watching the trailer and I'm like,
it's like it was just like
bringing Bronson Pinchot back. But seeing them at the end of that trailer in the car, I was like, they're bringing them back. Ryan Holt, those guys. I'm like, I'm in. I'm watching it.
Just be careful because this is the old trope. Oh, they brought everyone back, right? But are they going to still be good? Because bringing them back and then making them crap characters or stupid all of a sudden,
and having the young ones make them look stupid,
and all this.
I feel we're pretty tempered to not be like it's going to be the greatest movie ever. But I'm hopeful.
Yeah. I mean, it's a Netflix movie, so
The other big thing is, has Eddie Murphy decided to get away from his whole thing about not saying fuck? Because that's kind of what the Beverly Hills movies cops are about. It's like
his kids have right?
What's that?
His kids have grown. The whole thing is his kids, right? But now his kids
he was trying not to do it around the kids. But then he got signed on with like Disney. So
he started to do
family. He has that new holiday movie on Netflix now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I've been meaning to watch that.
Like everyone I've talked to that have seen it, they're like, what the hell did I just watch?
They look terrible in the trailers. So.
Yeah, I'm not even going to bother with it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely seeing Craven because Craven's
Craven.
I'm watching that.
I'm in for that. Yeah,
I love that dude.
I mean,
I like him as well.
Aaron Taylor Johnson,
he might be the next Bond, and I think he would be a great Bond, actually.
Totally down. Dude, him and Bullet Train last year, I fucking love him in that.
I would have no problem with that.
Dude, we're gonna have to put the Bullet Train timer on Charlie. This guy mentions this
every time. We have a buzzer anyway.
Hey, that was like my top movie of 2022. I'm sorry, man. That movie was fucking awesome. It is not poo. Kick him out, Owen. Get him out.
No, don't kick me out. I'm coming back.
I'll be back. Den of Thieves 2. I'm looking forward to Den of Thieves 2 because the first one is a little gem as well.
I haven't seen Den of Thieves.
But that's one of those that's been kicking around for a while now.
Yeah, so hopefully that's out next year anyway. So Venom 3.
No.
I mean,
Venom 2 let me down so bad that I'm like, I don't.
Oh, did you think it was going to be somewhat decent and then it let you down? Because like that's the bar I was at. I'm like, well, the first movie was piss, and I'm like, the second movie,
the first one I at least laughed at, and I kind of, I got to finally see Venom on there. It wasn't great. It wasn't my Venom. It wasn't Agent Venom. It wasn't
anyone's Venom.
It wasn't anyone's Venom.
It wasn't Venom.
I liked Tom Hardy. I liked it, and then I loved. Can't even think of his name. Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson as
he nailed.
It does have that "fuck this guy," which is the best moment of the movie.
Yeah, exactly. But like now they're talking about getting into one of the more iconic series of
which they'll fuck up
Carnage,
anyway.
which is Maximum Carnage, and you're right. They're gonna fuck it up.
They're not going to do justice to that story.
Of course,
there's no way. That whole storyline crossed over every version of Spider-Man when it came out. Like it went on forever. Like I don't even know if I still have every single issue from that
because
run.
There's so many tie-ins.
There's so many.
Like, that's not going to happen. They got to stop this nonsense.
Yeah.
Just focus on one story with them. Don't give me this thing like, oh, we're going to do this. Oh, we're going to do Secret Wars. Oh, you're doing Secret Wars. Oh, okay. So every character on that effing cover of Secret Wars is in this movie. If it's not, I don't have Secret Wars. Well, I have one back there. If it's not this comic, then don't make it.
They squeezed all of Secret Invasion in one TV series season. Like that's fucking bullshit.
It was just people. It was just people.
It wasn't Secret Invasion. They invaded 2 characters. Secret Invasion.
Bendis and those guys did something that no one thought they could do, especially in the 2000s. Like, you're thinking comics are dead. There's nothing.
Yeah,
they brought that out. They came back for that. For the second Spider-Woman died, and she's a fucking scroll in those books.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, the fuck did I just read?
Yeah.
I say a fuck a lot tonight. It's fine. But
sorry, this isn't a kid's show.
Now that character is in this Madam Web. Was that Jessica Drew?
Right.
Yes,
Who are we getting now? Now so now Secret Invasion's happening in the MCU, but now we got all these other characters in Sony that we're not going to let them cross.
This is nonsense. Yeah.
This is Sony.
It's neither secret nor an invasion. You are 100% right. That is 1,000% right. And also, yes, I want Ronnie Cox in Beverly Hills.
I love Ronnie Cox.
Oh yeah. June 2, whatever people pronounce it. That's coming out in March. I'll be there for that. And apparently, this is going to be more action packed. And is it good? Because the first one was fine. I didn't think everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's a masterpiece." And I was like, "Is it though?"
Is it really?
Like, why is it though? Like, did you really have an emotional connection with any of the characters? No, then it's not a masterpiece. Yeah. But
it's okay. I read the books.
It's fine.
I know the books. I know the first few books so well that this movie was just a visual representation. I'm like, yeah, it's okay, but like, it's never going to capture all of the details that matter. The books aren't about emotion. The books are about political intrigue and like this like entire structure of like it's like Game of Thrones, but like everyone has an angle, and everyone's angle is so unique, and every character, every chess piece, it's not like they're working with the same pieces.
It's like chess pieces, like watching chess being played from multiple angles. Yeah.
From multiple angles. That's it, Charlie. Yes. And like every guy has the same pieces. Like these guys have a mentat, but they have a mentat. Can his mentat beat this mentat? Then the Spacing Guild is like, well, how are we going to manipulate the Spacing Guild to do what we want? No, we've got the Spacing Guild. Okay, hold on a second, but we control the spice. They need the spice. Like, why? Ask Ed. If he hasn't read the books, ask him, why is the spice important? That was not answered in this movie. If anyone on here never read the books and only saw the movie, who cares what the spice is? It doesn't, they don't understand that the spice is literally, it's like water. Yeah. Every aspect of life, the spice is used by every community in the entire universe for different things. The Spacing Guild use it in order to navigate and bend space. It's like they swim in it, right? The mentats, like the Fremen all have blue eyes because they're constantly involved, like within where the spice is created. Like none of this is matter. Like, why do I care about the spice?
It's
like,
an allegory for oil, basically. Whenever they did it, it's pretty much what it is. But
that is what it is. But
nothing can function without
it. But they heightened it to like sci-fi levels where it's like, okay, now it's powering things, right? Like it's it's like multi, like you can cross, like they literally bend space and get guys through. It's like, oh, okay, what the hell? So none of that's in the movie. So what the hell am I watching?
Right.
They're in a desert. Okay. I don't care about Paul Atreides. That Chalamet Wonka guy sucks.
What's up with that Wonka movie?
That Wonka movie sucks. John, did you like that Wonka movie? Please tell me.
I
It's
heard
awful.
that, like, I heard Hugh Grant was already bitching about the fact he was even in that movie.
Yeah, he was in it for like 15 minutes, maybe.
Isn't
Don't
he, like,
cast the
my-
wheel,
main-
Joel.
My girls liked it, you know. I was
It's
just sitting
had
there
okay
watching
reviews,
it, and I'm like,
yeah.
you know what? I'm like, I don't
Ah.
know. No, it wasn't.
It's
No.
Anyway.
awful.
I have
Yeah.
no desire to watch it. I just, all of a
I
sudden,
didn't have
it was
any
like,
desire to watch it.
it was everywhere, and I'm sitting there going, they made another Wonka? Wait, it's a prequel?
Once again,
won
who's
this?
asking for this?
Yeah.
Godzilla was
Exactly.
playing next door to it. I'm like, hey, why don't
Yeah.
you two go in there and watch that? I'm gonna go in this one.
I don't know.
Anyway, so other movies coming. Argyle coming out in February. It's with Henry Cavill. The trailer, I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
know.
torn on that one. Like, I'm hoping it's going to be like a good, nice little like actiony kind of comedy, got some funniness to it. But I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
It does have Sam Rockwell in it, and he makes everything good. And he has
Yeah.
to dance at some point in it,
Yes.
otherwise we're disappointed because he dances in every movie.
Yep.
What else? Oh, Avatar 3. Yeah, that'll
I'll
make
watch it.
billions of dollars, even though it won't be particularly great.
Is it coming out that fast?
I think it's out in December. Yeah,
Wow.
I think so.
I thought he
anyway.
was going. I thought he was going to space him out for like. I know he filmed like. He's like working on the next 17 of them, but you know, he's using AI to fix all his other movies. That's why we're finally getting those on 4K now.
Yeah, because True Lies apparently look really
Hey,
weird.
I'm buying it anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've already
Oh, wait,
pre-ordered all three. It's like True Lies,
exactly.
Aliens, The Abyss, mine day one. Yeah.
I'm getting them. I've bitched about it for years. I'm buying it, yes, but
Did
come
they
on.
fix stuff in it?
They've altered stuff.
Apparently,
So,
it's like everyone's like smooth looking and waxy.
With
looking or
aliens?
something.
He did aliens.
No, True Lies.
True
Particularly.
Lies.
Yeah, because it's the way he filmed it. And
Wait,
then
what
he
was
the
wrong with
only
True
one-
Lies?
He to
Nothing.
upconvert it. He wouldn't let like another studio do that. He wanted to do it himself, but he used this new AI stuff, which is supposed to go through and like smooth out, fix, and do shit. And I'm like, so what is that going to do to the movie? Like,
Was
are
it
you
like
gonna
George
make-
Lucas now? What? I don't know.
Could be. We don't know yet. Although
Yeah.
now they're saying that he's done the same thing with Titanic, and that it doesn't even look like the same movie. Like everything, like the underwater stuff and all the shit, you know, from like the beginning.
Mm.
It's like they said it doesn't even feel like the same. Like it's better, but it's like nothing like the original movie.
Oh yeah, Wolverine's right here. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh wait.
This is the Warriors one that
The
came
Warriors.
out.
That's the one you're wanting, Steve. Yeah.
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 Conan 4K, that was pre-ordered. I was the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
person on the
Mine,
planet to
yeah.
pre-order that one.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thanks to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey
so,
guys, this is
Conan
coming out.
6.
Oh, I pre-ordered it. Son of
Oh,
a bitch. I'm pre-ordering that right now. Thanks, Charlie. Anytime, J-Man.
Actually,
No
I posted
problem.
it.
Oh no!
Ballerina.
Ballerina, yeah, that's the John Wick spin-off with Anna de Armas, but he's
That-
supposed to be in it as well. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll be there for that.
I think that got pushed to like 2025 though.
Oh, really?
that one
They're on
did
the
get
release
pushed.
schedule for next year so far.
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
she's worth watching. So
yeah.
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 I started
there
watching
anything else?
Maryland.
Is there anything out next year? Anything else that we've forgotten about? Really? Because there's
Well,
not
this is
really
the
that.
problem. Like we've listed all of these, but there's a lot that
we
still
don't
could get
know.
pushed.
Like
No,
it's like
because
because
of
of the
strikes.
strike, like everything
Yeah.
screwed everything up.
You're gonna have
Well-
to push some stuff back.
That's what I'm worried about. Is they're going to have to like sprinkle this out over like the next 2 or 3 years, and that's how long it takes to get these things back in rotation and released.
Well, what they need
Oh.
to do is they release 4Ks of the uncut versions of Cobra and Hard Target and the old classic movies, and just do all the different versions of the movies on the 4K, and yeah, just do that. Cliffhanger, put in all the X-rated stuff,
Put them back in theaters for a
Put it all-
run.
and update it all, and there you go. So
Yeah, I'll go back. I'll watch an uncut version of Cobra back in theaters. I'll do that. in
They
a
should just
heartbeat.
do.
Yeah,
They should just take 1984, the year. They should take the year 1984 and re-release every movie in the same order it came out in 1984.
and watch
it
them
would
clear up at the box office.
clear up. And, no,
100%.
literally. No, I'm dead. Okay, I'm dead serious.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
No, I'm dead. Yeah, dead serious. Clean them all up 4K, new
Mhm.
prints. So spend the money to stop making new movies. Literally re-release 1984 all over again in the order. If you look up 84, 85, 86, it's crazy, right?
Oh, it's like all
Release
the
it.
great stuff came out. You know,
And that's
Do
it.
the 4K of Commando with the
Oh
director's
my
cut
god!
as well.
Can you imagine?
Good God, that would be amazing.
Right? Tango and Cash, somebody was saying, like,
Yeah,
what
Tango and
else?
Cash
Like,
too. Yeah, we should do a stream of Tango and Cash at some point in the new year.
It's
I
a
haven't watched
great-
that for a
it's
while.
great
That'd be
movie.
good. I'm down for that. Some Tango and Cash.
So the next show we'll be talking about Beekeeper anyway. That's going to be in January. So that's what, January 12th that's out. So we'll do that.
And I'll send you. I made the icon for it, so I'll send it to you.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, Back to the Future. Yeah, fucking re-release the Back to the Future trilogy, 4K them, boom, done. Well, they're already out in 4K, but release them anyway.
Yeah, just put them back in theaters for a little. Just do limited runs. There's enough
Yeah.
movies. Man, if you go back and look, man, a lot of these movies were like back to back to back, like competing with each other.
Yeah.
And they're classics now. Like we'll all love them.
I don't know. Cliffhanger 2, I think, is only just about to start filming. Is what, February or something? So I doubt that's
Yeah,
next
that's not
year.
going to come out in 20.
I was so confused about
No,
that.
don't.
You know, like I thought it was like some like those bullshit like clickbaity kind of links, but it kept getting like more and more people were sharing it, going, "Did he really fucking say Cliffhanger 2?"
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, I mean, I love Cliffhanger, but why now? It's
why
just
would
seems
that be?
odd.
Why do you need a sequel?
Yeah,
to
but like
Cliffhanger?
now you got Stallone who needs to be rescued by his daughter. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
He's going to be stuck on the shitter or something, and she's going to come and lift him off or something because he can't get off his like wheelchair or
That's
something.
just mean. Jesus, we're spicy tonight. Good Lord.
I'm always mean.
Yeah, well,
And I enjoy it.
people don't see the beatings we get when we're off the camera.
Shout out to J-Man for being the moderator here and all the comments and everything where I don't have to. So thanks, J-Man. That's awesome.
You're welcome.
Owen can just relax and bitch.
Yeah, all I can do is just shout and swear about everything.
that is
Right.
that is the point. I
Yeah.
need to get Sean to mod my stuff too.
Yeah.
He's sitting there having a good time. I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be working on here. Like, he's like, oh yeah, I'm just talking about stuff. It's like,
yeah, I don't really care so much about interviews anymore. Like the past few haven't bothered to show up, and I'm like, I don't care. I'm promoting your movie. I don't give a shit whether I interview you or not. So I want to talk about old movies anyway, rather than new ones anyway. So yeah.
Let's go. Let's all go on Charlie's podcast. Let's talk about
Come on, boys. Let's move on right over there. Good.
We need to do like a Dudikoff one. We need to do Avenging Force at some point.
Avenging Force. Oh,
hell yeah, man.
We'll do that. Wait, we can maybe do Avenging Force first because the Beekeeper's out on the 12th, so it'll be like the week after that whenever we do it.
I was just looking. It's the 17th that the earliest we would do the Beekeeper. If it comes out on the 12th.
So I will make an icon for Avenging. I love
Avenging Force is next, man. Dudikoff. Yes, there we are. That's perfect.
Michael Dudikoff's one of the top beings of all time. That was voted by me. I was unanimous.
Yeah, Alex knows him, so we'll see if we can get him on. That'll be
We're shooting for the 10th then.
What is the next one?
Yeah, because I'm back on the 3rd. So let me have a look at the calendar here.
Yeah, you come back on a Wednesday, so you're not.
Yeah.
So wait, next. So 27th is nothing, right?
Correct. Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, I leave on Saturday, so
I'll be out of town too. We're going.
Yeah.
So sorry, 3rd or no, the one or after the 3rd.
Yeah, the 10th. The 10th we'll talk Avenging
Force.
Yeah,
a 10.
And then a week after that'll be the Beekeeper.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then after that we'll do Is Die Another Day Underrated?
Yes.
And everybody will be on that, and we'll all say yes. Goodbye.
Oh, I'm gonna need to watch that movie. I'm gonna get the notepad out. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to.
J-Man with notepad. So just you better bring. If you're saying that movie's shitty, you better bring your A game on that one. Because I'm a hardcore supporter. I'll watch again and hate it. That's what
I'm waiting for.
I'm just gonna hate watch it. Maybe I'll be the J-Man in the next one, and I'll just be like the
oh my god, I love everything. It's very terrible. I own more movies than anyone on here, I think.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
probably.
I got rid of a bunch of mine, but yeah, I mean, I used to have like 3,000 or 4,000, but it's really gone down now because I got rid of a lot, unfortunately.
I did have about 4,000. Now I've got for sure over 3,000. I don't know exactly how many.
I mean, I would have a lot more, but I just don't have the space. And I just find whenever I don't have the space, I'm just like, am I really going to watch this movie again? And I'm like, no. So I'll just get rid of them. And that's the thing. I'm only buying movies which you know I'm going to watch.
And in a month, he's going to be like, where did I put that fucking movie? I really wanted to watch it today.
Yeah, that happened to me with Conan. I was like, oh shit, have I given Conan movies to the Goodwill? So I ended up buying a Blu-ray of it. And then I saw the DVD was behind a bunch of other DVDs. And I was like, shit. I was like, oh well, and I'm going to have to buy the 4K next month as well. So.
Yeah, well, the Blu-ray's messed up anyway. So
yeah, I haven't even watched it. So.
Even the Asian, I have the Hong Kong Blu-ray, which is a bit better, but even that one's messed up.
Yeah. Midnight Ride with Mark Hamill was fun. Whenever I met Mark Hamill, I said to him, and I said, absolutely love Midnight Ride, by the way. And he's like, "Oh my god, nobody ever talks about that."
Bring up that or Slipstream and just really blow his mind.
Slipstream.
Or Guyver.
Mark
How about
Hamill's
the
a
Guyver?
badass
Oh,
in
Guyver.
Slipstream. Oh my god.
The only problem with Guyver is he is literally the other half of the face on the cover, and he's
And he's
not the fucking Guyver.
I know everyone fell for that as a kid. It's like, you're
I
like, oh,
did.
yeah.
I was like, Luke Skywalker is the
Wait, some
Guyver, and
teenager? What?
yeah, it was like some
Yeah.
teenage kid. You're watching the movie.
It's an
going,
anime. I've got the anime as well.
Yeah.
It's good.
Oh yeah, I
Yes.
love the Guyver stuff.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. What a random comment by Grammatron. I actually have the original theatrical poster for DC Cap.
Do you?
I collect posters. I've
We
got
love
150
Mr.
posters.
T here. We are
Yeah.
big Mr. T
Oh,
fans over here.
big
at the
time.
Elite.
Big time. Like so.
Like, what movie do I have the most copies of?
Conan.
Oh. Mine's probably a tie between Fury Road and Total Recall.
Maybe Star Wars, because I have
Oh
them
yeah,
on-
Star Wars is up there.
I have
too.
them on VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray, and
Oh,
some of them
damn.
on 4K.
I wasn't counting those.
Yeah, but I've got like multiple Star Wars, like multiple VHS, multiple DVDs, multiple.
Well, it's like
Blu-rays.
I have the original VHSs. I have the first run of THX. Then I have the special edition. That's all VHS, and then the DVDs take off from there.
Right.
And then I have some.
I've just kept my VHS because it's the original unfucked with version, so that I keep
That's what
them.
I
Those are
have.
sacred to me. So
I keep that one as well.
yeah. So right before we wrap it up, then guys, what do you guys have coming up before the holidays?
We'll let John go. What's
Yeah,
John?
hit it.
I got nothing.
Excellent, John. Good.
I-
Well, there's
I
John's
changed-
website.
Hey, I changed my website look. If anybody noticed, it's like a phoenix out of the ashes. It's like a rebirth because of all the shit I've been through. I'm like, you know what? I'm changing my shit. So
There
that's
you
what I
go.
did.
Oh yeah,
Quite
man.
right. Yep. The whole new year coming up.
That's it,
Yeah,
man.
2024 can't be any fucking worse than this year.
Yeah. Oh, don't say that, because I'll listen to you and be like, oh yeah, where do you see this? Here's my beer.
Get ready for this. Let's see. What do I got? I got we just did Violent Night. It came out this week. It's our Christmas episode. Love that movie. Last year, awesome. Troll Hunter, which is just because it's a ton of snow. We picked it, but our first episode for 2024, we're starting big. We are covering Terminator 2.
Nice.
I was like,
I've
you know
never
what?
seen it.
Never heard of it.
That movie sells itself. It's like
Right? Yeah, it's like, let's just be fair. We just really wanted a nice softball for the start of the year. It's like, let's just cover Terminator 2.
Nice.
Everyone's going to listen to that one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is that it?
how can you make Terminator 2 better? Have Arnold Schwarzenegger rock out with a minigun. There you go.
Don't
And
have any
shoot a bunch of
sequels
cop cars
after
and
it.
make them blow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They should have just left it at T2.
it's another one that stops.
I agree
it,
with that.
too.
Hey,
Yeah.
anytime the hero breaks out or the anti-hero breaks out a minigun, this shit's
Yeah.
cool shit.
The film just got
Usually
5
a
stars by
good
doing
time.
that. It's like a minigun or ninjas, and you're like, oh, that's awesome.
I
Ninjas and miniguns. There you go. Ninjas with miniguns.
We've
Yeah.
been watching like Christmas movies constantly. You know, we're all like having
So
fun.
fun.
With it. So I put Scrooged in. I hadn't watched it in forever.
I love Scrooge.
I love
Totally forgot about the $6 Million Man at the beginning. They had
Oh
that
my god.
Yeah.
trailer.
I
Fun
forgot about
fact:
that
we're
one.
talking about
The
the
night Christmas
minigun.
died or something.
The night the reindeer
The
died.
night
Yeah.
the reindeer died.
Yeah.
He's carrying a minigun. It's the same minigun from Predator. It's
Yeah.
old.
Oh my gosh.
And then he's like,
painless.
Lee, you've been a very good boy this year.
Yeah.
Just give him a look.
I just
last
want that
Kumite.
trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see that.
Forgot about the last
Yeah,
Kumite. You
I
got
wanna
Billy
see
Blank,
that.
Cynthia Rothrock, I think, and everybody in it. It's the whole crew.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's definitely
Matthias,
Cynthia's in that, isn't
Matthias Hughes is in that
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Everybody's
I come in
it.
peace.
she? Yeah. So
Cool.
I got a shout out from you,
Although-
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love
Mathis Ladware, he's the star of it, and it says introducing Mathis Ladware. I'm like, no, he's been in a lot of other shit before. I don't know why you're saying introducing him. He's been in a couple of things already.
it's introducing to a new audience, maybe, or something.
Maybe.
Anyway, I don't know about anyone else, but I want to go to bed. So
Yeah, I gotta get up.
Yeah.
We're the action sleepy. That's
yeah, exactly. Yeah, the sleepy elite. So, that's really it. So, all right, guys. Well, you all have yourselves a great Christmas and New Year, and thank you to everyone who has been joining us on our random, overly long conversations where we go off on all kinds of tangents. So, watching the streams, and remember to check out the websites. Go to theactionelite.com and actionflix.com. And have you got your website up yet, Charlie? I know
The
you've been talking about
website's
doing one.
not up, but you can find us on Spotify and Apple. It's Give Me Back My Action and Horror Movies. We're on social media everywhere. Just click the link. J-Man keeps
All those
popping up.
are in there.
The website should be up and going. I'm hoping in January. That's it. I have it. It's technically there. You can go visit it, but it doesn't look good. So give me a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Well, thanks, guys, and we will see you in the new year where we'll be talking about Avenging Force with a bit of Dudikoff. So that sounds like a pretty damn good way to start off the new year. To me.
Oh yeah, man.
So, all right, guys. Well, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year when it comes. And if you are watching, you are the Action Elite.